I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I always wanted the world, I wanna conquer the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I call the shots on the man with the plot and we only go bombs away. Ain't no one protecting my mind as a weapon, that's why I'ma dominate. Taking advantage of every second, now I ain't got time to waste. They all tryna sign my name, they want me to sign my name. Counting your blessing while I count that in my winnings. We take 50s and 100s and throw them up to the ceiling. Everything I envision, now everybody gon' witness. Only difference between us is I ain't stop till I finish, yeah. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I always wanted the world, I wanna conquer the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. Savage, you've been distracted, your best, my average, there's a reason for that's a fact. So they snapping back, mad at the fact that I don't have a backup plan, I ain't need that. Outworking everybody when I relax, so I ain't tripping about none of y'all feedback. Heard that, wonder when I'm gonna peak at. And that's why you count your blessing while I count that in my winnings. We take 50s and 100s and throw them up to the ceiling. Everything I envision, now everybody gon' witness. Only difference between us is I ain't stop till I finish, yeah. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I always wanted the world, I wanna conquer the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I always wanted the world, I wanna conquer the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. Shots on the man with the plot and we only go bombs away. Ain't no one protecting my mind as a weapon, that's why I'ma dominate. Taking advantage of every second, now I ain't got time to waste. They all tryna sign my name, they want me to sign my name. Counting your blessing while I count that in my winnings. We take 50s and 100s and throw them up to the ceiling. Everything I envision, now everybody gon' witness. Only difference between us is I ain't stop till I finish, yeah. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I always wanted the world, I wanna conquer the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now.
Chaos, Dionysus, Hera, Hermes, Icarus, Narcissus, Medusa, Ephasos, Ashalalala, Susus, Minerva, Ecobubus. I love it when you couscous. Aphrodite, Ventus, Chaos, Dionysus, Hera, Hermes, Icarus, Narcissus, Medusa, Ephasos, Ashalalala, Susus, Minerva, Ecobubus. I love it when you couscous. Aphrodite, Ventus, Hera, Hermes, Icarus, I love Aphrodite, Ventus, Hera, Hermes, Icarus, I love it when you couscous, love it when you couscous, love it when you couscous, couscous, couscous.
Born like a fire in the eye of a hurricane. Always told, stay in line, be alright, better play it safe. I walk a different path, nothing can hold me back. I've passed the point of no return, something is calling me, it's in the air that I breathe. To life again, dancing with my fear, burning with desire. We gon' take it to the edge and come alive. Go to hell and back just to feel the fire. We gon' turn up in this place and come alive.
Fly so high they can't touch us. So top notch, none above us. We done came so far, now we up now. Had a vision, stuck to it, never back down. Never had much, now we own the whole thing. Spread it all around the world, watch it all change. Came alive, now they all see the greatness. Light shine so hard they can't take it.
Dancing with my fear, burning with desire. We gon' take it to the edge and come alive. Go to hell and back just to feel the fire. We gon' turn up in this place and come alive. I walk a different path, nothing can hold me back. I passed the point of no return, something is calling me, it's in the air that I breathe. Bring me back to life again. Dancing with my fear, burning with desire. We gon' take it to the edge and come alive. Go to hell and back just to feel the fire. We gon' turn up in this place and come alive.
Alrighty, everyone, welcome to the Mayhem Championships. We've waited all season for this moment. It's I don't know. I'm so stoked. I think we got some extremely elite teams today. But before we get into the action, we do have two, I believe, maybe a third if Enchi wants to join. But for the moment, just two player interviews. We're gonna start with Artsy from .otf, and we also have Wavy from Team Anarchy. So, Artsy, welcome.
Hello.
My first question is, well, I guess it's just more of like a giving you the floor type thing. Like, give me your thoughts on the season so far. Like, overall, how did it go?
I mean, I think it's gone great. I don't really know what I would change. I feel like overall, I think it's been really good. It's been fun to play, just because it's like I love the back-to-back weekends. Like that's one of my favorite things that typically I don't see in many leagues that I play in, is where you have like games back-to-back, which happen during stage 2, which I really enjoyed. Just because I like to play in league matches a lot. I think that's one of my favorite ways to play Rocket League as a whole.
Well, I appreciate the feedback. It's really good to hear like what the players themselves think, because like I can plan as much as I want, but like I don't actually know if people like it. So it seems like you like the format.
Yeah, I would just say like I would just prefer more games. I know that some people might be against that, but that's my personal opinion. Is just I just like playing the game in general, so I just want to play more, specifically league matches.
All right. And now, specifically talking about the quarterfinal matchup yesterday, you guys went up against Juice Pop, and I think a lot of people were expecting a pretty close series, but you guys absolutely wiped the floor with them. Was there anything different about that series compared to the other games that you had played in the stages? I think you also played them in one of the stages. Am I correct about that?
We might have played them in stage 1. I know we played them twice in qualifiers, I think. If we played them twice in qualifiers, then we didn't play them during league play.
Yeah, you played them the first day of stage 1, and you lost in game 5
Okay.
to them.
Yes. Well, I mean, the first thing that I feel like was probably the most standout thing was that it was the first time that I think on RLMC you were seeing me, Sad, and Milky, which worked very well, and we had a good playstyle that I feel like did counter a lot of what Juice Pop was doing. And I think a lot of it just came down to we were feeling comfortable with each other, because we've played like that roster before, like very rarely, but we have, and we would be kind of awkward. But yesterday we were just everyone was understanding how to play with each other, and everything was clicking really well. I mean, there were a few things that we can refine mechanically, but other than that, we were just playing really well all together and playing the kind of general positions, I guess, that we kind of assigned to each other of how we should be playing the game around each other.
So can we expect you guys to run with that same roster today against RAR?
You will definitely be seeing that. We are planning on running the same roster. We don't know if we're going to have a different game plan going in against RAR, because we've scrimmed them multiple times before. But with RAR, I feel like we can definitely beat them. It's really dependent on how well we're passing.
Alrighty, well, I'm gonna hand it over to Titanium now and see if he has anything to bring up.
Alright, so for my question, I'm going to say, do you have a pro team comparison for yourself, and if so, what is it?
OTF? I mean, that's kind of a tough one to say. Do you want any pro team or just current?
No, it can be anything.
Because I'd say overall, I think we kind of, like with how we play each of our roles, it's like C9, except we don't have, I don't think that we're always playing at the strength of our passes as much as I would consider a team that can be directly compared to C9 to be. I think a more like accurate thing, or more accurate team would probably, most likely I would consider probably Envy. Because you can just have someone who can play solid third man, which we haven't said, and then you have someone who can do really well in Atomic, and then you have a consistent good player in Mist, and we kind of all match up to that depending on, because like we can all end up playing really well, but I think you always gotta consider you always have to look at it as Sad is Turbo. That's the way that I look at it, at least, is that Sad is Turbo just because he holds down. He is the rock to the team, and it's great to have him. But I think that whoever takes up Mist and Atomic can be any one of us, really. Because Mist, super consistent, great aerial player, and Atomic can have very bad days or can have amazing, like, best player in the world days.
You know, I actually agree with your Cloud9 one, but also I guess everyone makes sense. Like they both are, I guess, somewhat comparable in the sense that they have like a designated third man per se, and then like 2 offensive players. So I do like that comparison, but I think due to mainly time constraints, but also I think we might be done for questions. We're going to move on to Wavy. So RCI will wish you good luck in your game. Yeah, and score a cool goal.
Will do. I got it. Easy peasy. Montage goals incoming. Thank you for having me for the interview. Bye.
Yep, thanks for coming on. Alrighty, now we got Wavy from Team Anarchy. So I'm gonna start it off the same way as I did with Artsy. Talk about the season so far. You guys have not dropped a single game since the qualifiers against Juice Pop, which was in a Game 5. So, what's the secret?
Well, I wouldn't say there's a secret, but like, we do a lot of, well, at least I do a lot of prep for team. That's why I asked you for their replays, because I like to go through teams' replays and see what they're really good at, see what they're not so strong in. So, kind of like, I do my homework, is how we'll put it. And then we usually try to practice beforehand, and we do some replay reviews to just help us get better as a team. And then we're also like friends, so like we enjoy playing together. It's not like we're forced to play together.
Right. I know at the beginning you guys were talking a lot about having comm issues, but has that improved over the course of the season? Like you guys feel comfortable with each other now?
Comms are usually pretty good. Except for yesterday where it was 9 p.m. and no sense of Spanish. And it was 3 a.m. for him.
Right.
So it was, yeah, so I'm a bit tired, we can say. But, no, yeah, comms today should be just like every other normal series. And we should be good with it.
So talking about your game yesterday against Vist, I think a lot of people predicted you guys. I don't remember exactly what the percentage was, but you guys 4-0 swept them. You looked a little bit slow at the start, but once it started going, you guys just kept scoring and scoring, and they couldn't do anything. Is that kind of also what it felt like? You guys you take like a game or two to warm up, and then at that point you're just unstoppable?
I did say we do have to usually adapt to teams, because like obviously not every team plays the same. Some will be a little more offensive and some will be a little more defensive. And I think one thing we noticed in game 1 is that Naro likes to go for some of these like crazy plays, cheats up a lot. So after we kind of realized that, we just caught him on a lot of overcommits, which is how we scored most of our goals.
Alright, I will once again hand it off to Titanium.
Alright, so my question for you is between OTF and .rar and also Tundra. So you've played all 3 of these teams before, and I think you've swept all of them. But between OTF
we lost
and
one
RAR,
game to OTF.
Oh, you did? Okay. So between OTF and RAR, who would you rather play in the final, and who do you think is a closer final?
Man, that's a tough one. To be honest, I'll do it for no sense. I'd say I'd want RAR to win, just because he wants to play Yiz. The closer final, I don't know. I haven't seen a ton of like this new roster OTF with Milky. So I'll probably say OTF will be closer, just because we haven't played that roster yet.
Alrighty. Is that oh, Alligator's in here. I don't know if you have been listening very much, but do you have a quick question for Wavy before we get things going? If not, then no problem. We'll just go right on ahead.
The questions I had, Titanium had just asked
Oh,
as I
okay.
popped into it, at least on my end. So Titanium robbed me of any insight there.
Nice.
Alrighty, well, your game isn't for another hour, but I know you'll probably be warming up and practicing with the team, so I'll wish you good luck. And also, I remember last season, in the final, it was on Salty Shores, you scored like a really insane redirect from like basically ceiling height. Can we expect any crazy mechanical goals from you today?
I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember that, but today, I mean, if the opportunity presents itself, then probably, but obviously that's not my goal to hit, like, the coolest goal in the series. It's just gonna be to win. If that's me playing third man the entire game, just sitting in net, then I'll do that. If that's me hitting a ceiling shot double tap, then I'll do that as well.
Well, I definitely respect that answer. You know, you do what your team needs to get the win. Well, that's all from me. So good luck in your game in an hour, and yeah, that does it for the interview. So thanks for coming on.
All right, thank you.
Alrighty. Well, we only have 3 minutes left, and actually, I do have everyone in the party. Multitasking is on point right now. So, how are you guys doing today? What are you feeling like this series is gonna look like?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm really excited for this one, and I think it's gonna go to 7. And I think it could go either way, to be honest. But I'm taking OTF.
I'm taking a look at the predictions here. OTF leading by a wide margin from the chat. I'm leaning a little bit more towards RAR based off what I saw yesterday in the game that I casted. At least it looked like they were able to shake it off a couple of mistakes, and they were able to, I mean, they beat Fly in the 7th game, and we know how strong Fly is in the end of series games. And I mean RAR pulled it off, so I'll be interested. I do think this is going to go the distance, though.
Both teams right now are pretty much at their peak. They're extremely hot. OTF, of course, winning 4 straight yesterday. RAR winning 3 straight to eventually get the Game 7 win. So both teams on a pretty big win streak, looking to continue that. And we will find out, yeah, as you mentioned, OTF are dominating the predictions right now. 76% for them. That will be ending in 3 minutes, but we'll probably get it going before that, seeing as everyone is ready. Only 2 minutes until the hour, so I'm just gonna make sure everyone is ready to go, and then we can get started. I think Cappy is about to bet more on OTF. I don't like the look of that.
It's me, Sun, and Cappy.
Oh
have all
my.
put, like 10K on OTF.
Oh my.
Cappy, I feel so bad for you if RAR win. That's a lot.
I don't feel bad. That's taking a risk, and if it doesn't work out, hoofta. That's your decision.
I gotta see what he did. I gotta pull it up. I'm at 103K. Oh my god. I think that's a new
he's
record.
A madman. Might be. It might be. Well, we'll leave the poll up. The game will start before it ends, but I don't think. Well, maybe someone will vote on RAR. We'll see. But yeah, let's get it going. Game number 1 of the day, the first semifinal. They're waiting. I appreciate that while I get everything ready. All right. Here we go. First semifinal of the day. Let's hope for Game 7.
All right, here we go. First one of the day, and it's between OTF and RAR. Our teams left in the tournament. They're gonna have one of them go to the finals here, and we're just gonna have to see who it is here. We're expecting a long series. Predictions in the chat don't really say it, but I think we definitely will see it regardless. But here comes Silky trying to get the first attack going for Rar off the wall. Got Yiz in the center. Going to put a slow roller towards the net. Double commit comes out. Mike's got a shot. And it's saved on the line by Artsy. Now Mike taps it backwards in midfield. And Silky plays out to the wall. Got the wave dash. And he gets hit hard by Sad. Sends him all the way out of the arena now. Here comes Artsy through the air. Goes with no boost. Tries to take it underneath Mike. Kind of sets it up. Milky goes by it. Sad in a tough spot. Mike going to put one towards the net. But Sad and defend it, no problem. And now Rar just leave it alone. Here comes Sad. Gets one to jump by not doing anything at all. Got a chance to center and it doesn't. And now Milky gets punted out of the way. So Rar with some physical play fighting back against OTF. Here comes the center. He's got Yiz, but Yiz is denied by Sad. Now Artsy through the air. Can you get a clip here? Again, he has just no boost to work with. And Silky sets one up. Now he's going to go up for it. Try and finish it himself. Puts one towards net with the bounce. And Sad comes up with a big save. Keeps it going. Now Silky towards the net. And Artsy comes up with a save. But Rar leading in pressure so far. And OTF not really getting any possessions. They have 4 saves, though, in the first minute.
Yeah, Rar came ready to go here in game number 1. Obviously, best of 7 series. Plenty of time. But Rar, you don't see very often a team pulling off 4 saves in the first minute. I mean, Sad picked up a savior medal almost exactly at the 4-minute mark, which pretty impressive for the offense coming up from Rar. Regardless, game remains tied despite the pressure that the Orange squad is bringing.
Yeah, and as you're talking, we got even more pressure. Still, OTF without a shot, 4 of them. So far for Rar, is this the one to find it? Not quite. Yiz almost there. Now Mike towards the center, but here's a chance to break out for OTF. Silky, we keep it in the midfield, and here comes Milky now. Pops it over one. Yiz, little awkward. Good recovery. Sad's got a shot, though. He's going to put that one wide of the net. Now Silky controls once, takes through 2, dribbling towards the center with Yiz. Won't end up going in, and now Artsy kills it in the midfield. But it's going to be Rar the first one to it. Yiz towards the backboard. Milky and Sad both commit. Drops down right in front of the net, but Milky with a great recovery to make the save. Now here comes Silky, bumped by Mike. A little team bump there. And give OTF some room to break out. And now Artsy through the air, looking to get the first goal of the series. Pass towards Milky. It's just a little bit too far, though. And Sad not going to commit up too far. That's a smart call there. Here comes Yiz with a pop. Sad will pick up his 4th save, but it's not good enough to get rid of it. And Mike, the cleanup.
Rar took half a game despite all of the shots. They finally get one on here. They've had to mix up their offense quite a bit. The defense from OTF has held strong. Sad already with 4 saves halfway through a game. Obviously all the pressure coming out from Rar so far, but they've done very well to mix up what they had been doing on offense. And OTF finally getting a little bit more than just a blink once and he missed that opportunity on offense, and Sad using some mind control. It's going to go ahead and tie this one back up immediately.
All it took was one little kickoff goal, and just like that, they're back in it with momentum on their side, and Sad closing in on 500 points right past halfway, so he's having himself a really good first game. As that one's going to go back out towards the midfield. Mike is going to get the first touch, puts it towards the net, but it's slow. Here comes Silky, he actually just leaves it. Sad comes up with the clear now, going to go chase. Maybe I'll get a center off. No boost to work with, though. 50s. And it's going to go up the wall. It's right there, but Silky comes up with the clear. Artsy's there, though. Drops it down. Midfield. Anybody home? No. Mike has a little bit of time and a tough bounce. He's not going to get to that one. Sad through the air again, but Yiz taps it outside. Milky, 1 touch. How about 2 through the air? How about a 3rd? Sets up the air dribble. Gets it to the backboard. And won't be able to finish. Big save from .rar. But the pressure from OTF has definitely stepped up here after that first minute or 2. They're really getting it going. Here comes Milky now. Shot going towards the corner. It's going to ride around the wall, but Yiz is there once again. Going to recover nicely, but actually can't get the next touch. Sad's got a chance for it. Artsy gets beat. Now Yiz in the 1v1. He just kind of puts it towards the outside. Milky able to get boost over ball, actually. Here comes Silky towards the midfield. Sad with the clear, but Mike has a free shot on net. Puts it towards the backboard. Maybe a little setup for himself. Oh, Yiz is up for this one. He beats everybody and drops it through. And .rar take the lead 2-1.
It looked like Rar were being kept out after they had gotten that initial goal, but a beautiful team play coming out from Rar here to set up Yiz's goal. I was a little bit worried after how offensive they came out, and then they scored, and then OTF immediately bounced back, and then it looked like OTF was starting to control. Again, game 1 of the best of 7, there is time. But they look to have answered back now, getting a beautiful team play in the blue half and regaining the lead as we approach the final 60.
Yep, they reclaim what was rightfully theirs, I guess you could say. I mean, a kickoff goal, probably not what they would have wanted to happen, but they get it back with the second non-kickoff goal for themselves. Now here comes Silky looking for the double tap, actually sets it up nicely in the midfield. Everybody's out for OTF, and still the shot doesn't go through. Mike just not getting it past everybody. Now Sad tries it, and actually going to catch this one. I don't think he has any boost, though, but he is missed mid-boost. Sad's got a chance. Flick towards Milky, but Milky can't find it. And now taken away by Yiz. He's going to land with this one on the ground. No, Sad cuts it out. He's been doing it all for OTF so far in game 1. He's going to take one touch, pops it up in the air. Silky the first one to it. Going to try and land on the ground and play it back across the arena. Now Sad towards the center. Oh, pre-flip from Artsy won't go. Sad going to try and dribble it, but Silky is just all over this one. And he sends it downfield. We approach 10 seconds. OTF needs to happen right now. Silky misses. Got a chance for Yiz. Be careful, Rar. You might get counterattacked right here. Artsy drop down. Milky, can he find it with 0 for the tie? Oh, it's there! Oh! It hits the crossbar and does not go. Rar survived.
Take a look at the stats here. That heartbreaker at the end. Again, game number 1. It's a 1-goal game, and the total until the 0-second mark was a 9-2 shot difference. OTF putting one on right at the end, almost getting it to go. But it's something that I bring up quite a bit when we're looking at analysis of the development of a game. Who controls the ball? Who controls the pace? I mean, Rar putting all of these shots on Sad, almost getting a double savior medal, just playing fantastically on the back wall. Rar, they get the win in game number 1. If OTF can break out of their own half, if they can start establishing themselves on offense by getting out of their half on defense, this could be looking pretty differently. Rar still looking good. They're keeping the offense up. If they can get past the defense, on the other hand, I would not want to be on the other side of their shots.
Yeah, I mean, the immense shooting, it was 9-3 in favor of Rar in terms of shots, and just Sad, I think, was the only reason that game was really close. Of course, he said 1 away from the savior medal, but without him, that game is kind of a blowout. So OTF, I guess the defense steps up. They're going to need to step up again, or at least get more shots on net, control the possession a bit better. So we're going to see. And in the chat, Sun says that Artsy's game blacked out twice, apparently, during that game. So maybe a little bit of reasoning as to why maybe a couple of the goals could have gone in, or a little bit of possession. So keep that in mind here. But Sad gonna knock it down towards the midfield. Silky comes up with a nice clear, gonna put it down towards Milky in the corner. Takes one touch to get it up in the air, tries to go for a second, but he's out of boost. Now Rar on the attack, cleared though by Sad. He's got a chance to go up for this one, maybe towards net. Actually gonna slot it off the post though, and the accuracy for Rar still not, or for OTF I should say, still not there. And now Milky plays it across the arena, keeping possession on. Got it once, gonna take mid boost as well. Not getting attacked right off the bat. This is dangerous, and Milky's gonna finish it all by himself. No problem taking on the entire team.
OTF coming away with the first goal here. I got a little nervous after they missed the opportunity here earlier. I was thinking that it's one that they might want back, but they turned around and just immediately created another opportunity. They came back swinging, came back punching, and they're looking hot here. Again, it's been 40 seconds and change here in game 2, plenty of time to go. But they look like they are not afraid of the offensive pressure, of just the pressure overall that they've been facing so far this series.
Yeah, and with this only being early in the game, but you see an immediate difference here. Here comes another shot. It's going to go in again from Milky. Another nice passing play, but I was going to note, we see in the previous game where .rar was destroying the scoreboard with a ton of shots early on, but this time it's .otf, and contrary to game 1, .rar has not been able to make the saves this time, so that's why it's 2-0.
I mean, 4 shots in the first minute. I mean, I don't know what else says pressure compared to that. So they get the 2-goal lead. They have absolutely earned it so far in game 2.
Oh, here's a chance for a third. Almost goes for Milky, keeping the pressure up. He's doing quite well. Here comes Sad, gonna try and recover. Actually does get a nice little center up. Milky, oh, he gets it. Oh my goodness, he just touched that one off of Sad, I think. And it goes in with a little dribble off of his teammate.
Let's take a look at that there. Sad coming away with the assist. I'm not sure if he got the touch there, but just, my goodness. Milky putting on a show. Looks like was not satisfied at all with game 1. Getting a hat trick in the first, 80 seconds of game 2. Absolutely coming out swinging here.
He's got plenty of time to get even more goals. He's going to take one touch to the outside, although he does get demoed here. Chance for .rar. They've getting some bumps going on, but Artsy recovers with the save. Can't get it off the wall, though. And Milky just going to try and possess the ball. Actually leaves it for Silky, but he has no boost. And now here comes Milky. Sends it downfield. Artsy through the air. Can't connect on the pass. And Milky calls off Sad once again. He wants more aerial plays. Puts one down towards the corner. This one won't go. How about Artsy? He gets denied. And here comes Mike. On the dribble, he's got Sad to beat. And they kind of lock up right there. Sad, though, in a tough spot. Gonna need some help. Actually just knocks it past his teammate here. Center comes out. Milky save. He's got Artsy downfield. Lifts. And that's a fourth goal for OTF that they could have seen. But it will go without scoring. And now here's a chance for Rar. Straight up on the counterattack. Silky is going to be the first one to it. Just getting a slight touch on it from Artsy is enough to make the save. Now Milky once again in the same area as his teammates. He's just all over the place, but it's been working so far. More demos coming out. Lots of physical play. But still, looks like Rar's starting to recover a little bit. Although as I say that, here's the chance. I feel like Rar, after that first minute and 20, they haven't conceded. It's been over a minute now without a goal, so maybe they're getting their bearings, but still the offense not quite there.
It's been one of the things that has been odd here from OTF, which normally doesn't go in team's favor, as Sad putting one close on net there. I've seen more than a normal share of double commits coming out of the blue team, but it ends up working out for them because as Rar are coming in, going through the physical plays, they're taking out the lead player. But the follow-up is there to continue the play. Granted, doesn't end up working out here in the following situation as Silky getting a great pass over to Yiz right in front of the net, and Rar have established themselves here in the last 2 minutes.
Yep, plenty of time. Just need a goal per minute on average to bring this one back. So, and they also get the kickoff in their favor, but Artsy keeps it in the midfield. How about Sad versus Silky? Sad comes up with the win. Well, here comes Yiz. Pass towards Silky. Laser beam towards the net. Won't go. Artsy just in the right place at the right time. That's about all you could say. Nothing else he could really do about that one. Here comes Artsy looking for the far post. That is perfect placement, and OTF get it right back.
I think Artsy might have benefited the most. I like to think that Artsy calculated this one based off of his car positioning and shot. I think that was an inadvertent slow roller to the corner. Either way, both defenders expecting another fireball down the center. Not what Artsy was serving up. The 3-goal lead here extending again from OTF. They have absolutely owned game number 2. They want to show that they can own the pitch as well and not just be stuck back on defense.
Yep, Rar's had maybe 2 solid chances. Oh, and there comes Sad with another one, but Rar's had 2 good chances on offense. One of them, a miracle save. The other one was a goal, but other than that, it's been all OTF, and that is now 10 shots, converting 50%, so that is really, really good conversion rate as well.
I wonder if they popped into the wrong chat rooms in between games in the DOT server, and maybe they just switched up play styles and switched up stat results here. But so far, like I said, OTF, they've come back swinging. Game 2 of a best of 7. Assuming that OTF win this game, we'd be looking at more or less a best of 5 series. We could see some adaptations coming in from Rar, but this is, absolutely how you want to answer losing the first game by 1. Just come back, punch the opponent in the mouth, go up by 4, and you have a full minute left to just kind of do what you want. And so far, it looks like they're just having fun out there.
Yep, they're just getting some passing plays going together. They've got another chance for a goal, but Yiz picks up a savior medal with his 3rd save in the match. But yeah, they've just been having some fun, it seems, just going for a couple of clip plays. Although here comes a drop down. Silky gets it through. A little pinch clear from OTF to prevent a second one going through. Now Yiz with a little bit of control, but there's just nobody up. It seems like Rar just completely stuck in their half. Even when they want to break out, they really can't. Now, it's towards the backboard, and Yiz going to knock it down outside. Artsy back towards the middle again. Silky not going to be a permanent clear, although that's a second touch that is really good. Sets up Mike. He's just not there in time, though. And OTF have just been first to every ball in this entire game, it feels like. Now Silky going to catch. Maybe get one for the road at this point. Here comes Mike, and he tries the pre-flip. Doesn't work out, and OTF wins a convincing game number 2.
12 shots to 4. A much different, a totally flipped shot line compared to game number 1, but also a totally flipped scored line as well. Granted, it's 1 game, so you still get 1 game in the series. It's not a cumulative goal scored situation, but .odf have showed here in game number 2 that when they can get clicking on offense, they can really start flying compared to when .rar had the offense in game number 1. They still only won 2-1. That said, it's a tied series. Plenty of time left. Teams are going to adjust. Teams are going to change what they do as the series progresses. They're going to communicate this out. So I'm looking for RAR to make a solid adjustment here in their playstyle here in game 3.
Yep, I think going back to what worked in game 1 is the key to trying to break out of your half and actually like doing it, because they were really suffocated there. But I think if they could come up with some bigger clears rather than taking a little bit more touches to get out of their half, that's a little change they could make to get some more permanent help for themselves and a little bit more breathing room. But kickoff is going to go in favor of OTF here to start off game 2. And they're trying to start off on the same foot that they left game number 2 on. Here's a chance. Won't go though. Mike, here's his first chance for .rar. Gonna put this one towards the net. Sad's got a chance to make the save. Does, just knocks it straight outside, and Milky just dives in front. Picks up a demo as well. Yiz gonna be isolated on defense for the time being. Drops down in front of the net, and Silky gets back just in time to make the save. Now Mike sends one way downfield. That's the kind of clears that I wanted to see. And here they come, but Milky is just quicker through the air, more confident through the air. Gonna drop this one down. Yiz with the car change, switching from the Fennec to the Octane. Maybe that's going to be the key as well for .rar. Here comes the shot from Milky. Just wide. How about the drop down towards the middle? He's got Sad. He's got Yiz. And Yiz is not on his team, though. Here comes Artsy now through the air. Maybe he could find this read. That would be insane. Actually, a great center for Sad. 50 goes wide of the net, but a very close call for OTF picking up there first. Now, here comes the counterattack for .rar. Silky, oh, unfortunate bounce on the wall. How about Artsy gonna go knock it down? Air dribble sets up Sad through the air. Everybody on OTF commits for that one. And there's a chance to punish him, but they're gonna go unpunished right here. And it looks like we are continuing this midfield battle. Both teams, though, starting off pretty hot.
Seeing a little bit of similarities to game 1 here in terms of lack of goals scored. OTF had a couple of opportunities that they didn't capitalize on. It's something... I don't want to say worrisome, but when you're playing at a higher level and you know teams can adapt, they can see what happened in a game and make adjustments. Especially in the semifinals, you don't want to leave opportunities on the table, and a couple of them had been left. That is what allowed this game to remain tied for so long. Although, I don't know, I feel like it's going to change soon. I feel like one of these teams is going to make a mistake and the other will capitalize it here within the next minute or so.
See if that prediction becomes true. Sad on the attack, and here's the chance for Artsy. Pass to the middle. We might see it sooner than we bargained for.
3 seconds.
Puts it in. How about that?
I wouldn't even say that's a mistake. I'm not going to call that against them. Silky and Yiz both tied up towards that corner, but it wasn't really a defensive mistake. It was more of a beautiful pass from Artsy, seeing Milky coming in down the pipe, just getting a great connection with the teammate and getting the first goal on the board.
Yeah, and OTF, again, starting out on the right foot here in game number 3. Cleared by Silky, though, but the pressure's still there. Sad, nice touch, but here comes Silky with a little bit of breathing room. He's got Yiz, who's going to try and put one on net, but that one is up and away, and Artsy was just waiting for it on the wall. What's he going to do off of it? Just a little drop down, but he's cut out by Mike. Mike with a tough landing, and there's just nobody to follow it up. Demo comes out. That could be important. Buy them some time. But still, OTF able to keep the attack on for their player to get back into the play. Now here comes Yiz, going up for a low air dribble. This one's going to bounce. Artsy in a tough spot with low boost. Makes the save. How about Mike? Can't get it through the air. Silky now. Corner is going to go straight to the center, and Sad can send it downfield. Artsy pre-flip again. Tries to get it to go. How about the center this time? And Silky denies it. 2 minutes, though. RAR still struggling to break out of their half. That's a really bad touch from Silky. Didn't mean to do that, and Milky's going to capitalize on that one for free.
And he comes in, diving in, getting the touch. OTF have been trying to establish some passing plays over in the orange half, and ultimately, just a touch in the midfield is what ends up going their way. RAR are still in this. There's still 2 minutes and change to go, but just a couple of these opportunities have gone OTF's way, and that is what has led to them leading this game so far. And Yiz putting that one high and across. That was an opportunity there towards the far post, and like I said, semifinals, you can't leave opportunities on the table.
Yeah, and your prediction earlier was that we were going to see a goal soon. Well, my prediction now is that missed shot is going to come back to bite RAR. I think they might get one in this time, but nothing else. So it's going to be important to try and bring this one back. That's one that they're going to want to have back. Here comes Artsy with another shot, trying to add on to the lead. Almost got it to go. Silky up towards Mike. Gonna play it towards the wall. Gets demoed as well, but Silky's there. Drops it towards the midfield. Artsy with the clear. It's too fast for Milky. And Mike just knocks it outside. He is, both players actually gonna miss there. Sad controls. Tried to go for the fake. Didn't work. And Milky once again keeping the pressure up. And it seems once again like OTF are just faster to every single contested ball. Here comes Silky. And that just to nobody. That's another thing I've been noticing. All these clears just haven't really had any substance behind them. How about Milky through the air? Actually gets beat to this one. Here's the chance for .rar, and Yiz can't finish towards the outside. Now, how about Milky? Pops it past one. It's cut out by Silky, though. Got the chance, and there's the defense. Once again, string 2 clears together. How about a third touch in a row? This one actually goes towards Silky. Yiz for the shot. There's not enough pace to reach him in time. And now Mike in the corner with Artsy. 50 kills it right where it was. And then Artsy wins a second one. Gets it over. Yeah, he's got a chance to finish. Just goes to take boost instead. And knocks it backward. I guess they're pretty keen to possess this one. And now here comes Yiz. Wins that one, actually. He's got a chance. The time is running out for .rar. Silky gonna put this one towards the net. It's not quite in off the bat, though. Just drop it down. Bump on Sad. Here comes the shot for Mike. That one is another miss. Here comes the shot from Yiz. And there we go. 2-1. RAR back in it.
14 seconds left. There's still time. And they are starting to bring the pressure here towards the end, which is good to see that they are not shying away from the challenge. Something I want to go back to. I'll talk about it in the post game. Let's see how this 14 seconds develops.
All right, here's the chance for RAR. Yiz actually pops this one up. It's contested, and Mike is going to beat out Artsy here. But at this point, it's got to be everybody up for RAR. Not a lot of time. Sad, drop down. Silky beats him. Milky is awkward. Here's the chance, but it goes right past. .OTF comes up with a clear, and they are leading the series, stringing together their second win in a row.
Something that you touched on with about a minute left in the game is RAR, in a lot of situations, are their player is the first player to the ball, but you referred to it as no substance behind the touch. And I feel like we need to start talking about that more. RAR, they are getting there first. They're getting, 4 saves here in this game compared to the 2 saves. Yes, they were outshot, but they're not establishing transition plays. They're not establishing any passing or midfield plays off of the clear, hitting it to try to get it away from their net, or at least hitting it just to hit it, and not getting it to a teammate. They're not developing anything. And I think they're going to have to start doing that if they want to get back into the series.
And I'll give this to Adam because RAR just called a timeout, so we will be back shortly.
We will be right back in 5 minutes. They're going to discuss what they need to do to get back into the series. And so don't go anywhere. We will be right back. Alrighty, we are back. The timeout is over for .rar. They will have, I guess, talked with each other, trying to figure out some of their issues. You guys think that they have what it takes to bring it back? I know it's still early, and we've seen them make huge comebacks. Is that what we're expecting from them now?
I would say I think they're gonna bring this one back. I still think Game 7 is definitely on the table. I mean, yesterday we saw them go bring back a 3-1 against Fly and ended up winning that series, so it's definitely possible. And we mentioned it earlier when we were off stream in the call that we really did like this timeout call, not letting it go all the way to a must win when you give OTF 3 games, but rather fixing the issue a little earlier.
Yeah, I mean, Titanium took it from me since, I mean, we both talked about it, but like, I think they have what it takes to come back. There's been a couple of just inadvertent touches, maybe a little bit rotational issues that have plagued them, a couple, double commits here and there. They're not huge difference makers. It's not like they're being outsped. It's not like they're on the ground watching their opponents fly over their heads. It's a couple of small things that if they change up, they could be taking this game and then some. So I really like the call. I hope that it was a worthwhile 5 minutes for them, and I'm excited to see how they come answering back.
Yeah, and here we go. We are underway in Game 4, and it is pretty big for RAR to win this one, although here comes an early shot, and Mike almost own-goaled that, trying to recover from the double commit. Now it's a little drop down. Here comes Sad through the air, and Silky, a great ball to Yiz. This one's going to drop down right in front of the net. Yiz just puts this one wide. How about Mike on the challenge? Going to keep it in the area, going to bounce again. Mike got a chance to make another touch. He's doing it all himself, drops it down, but Milky gets back just in time to make the save. That's a strong start from RAR here, but here comes Milky on the counter. He's just going to take this one all the way to the ground. Nearly goes for the ground pinch. Now Yiz just freestyling off the wall there. Sets up Mike. He puts one towards the net, but that one goes wide. Now how about Sad is actually going to 50 with Mike, but Mike has been all over the field so far. I'm really liking what I'm seeing out of him. Here comes a nice demo from Silky. Clear out the defenders. Good shot, but it's saved by Sad. That was big defense from OTF. Here's another chance for Silky one-on-one with Milky. Can't find the angle to win the 50 there. Yiz keeps the pressure on. Is RAR going to have anybody up? And now they're just a little too late on arrival there. Although Yiz keeps it now off the backboard. Who's going to be the first one to it? It's going to be Yiz. He just lofts one. It's going to hit the crossbar. Pop down. Silky hits the post. The shooting accuracy still plaguing .rar. And there's another one that they are going to want back.
it's not connecting. They've gotten the offensive pressure back, and Mike's shot denied there by Artsy. They're certainly bringing back the offense. They're similar to what we saw in game number 1, but also, unfortunately, similarly to game number 1, the accuracy is really not there so far. They are keeping OTF back on their heels and then some, as Silky connecting on the pass from Mike. RAR have gotten a goal on here, which is honestly good to see, because if you come into a timeout and you're a little, maybe you're a little bit frustrated with not being able to get the offense going and then go into the next game and get denied for almost 2 minutes straight, putting one on is just going to be great for morale and for team spirits.
Yeah, it took them a while, but they finally got it. It took just about 2 minutes. So they finally have their first one, and now they've got a chance to make another one. Yiz is going to catch Sad out of position here. How about Milky? Drops it down right towards Mike. Slow roller, though. Maybe if there's a bit more pace, that could have been more dangerous. And Silky with a great challenge in the midfield here. But Mike's got another chance, although that one is going to be sent wide of the net as well. Now, how about Yiz on the wall? It's one drop down. Sad touches once and just takes it underneath Silky. That's another fake. He's been doing a lot of them this series, and they all have to do with not even moving the car. But here comes Mike. No fakes help out when you're on defense. And Mike is going to put RAR up 2-0.
Presence out of the goal because Mike dropping gifts to himself. As RAR, their pressure is starting to work out fairly well. 2 goals off of 7 shots. Percentage-wise, not ideal. But they are keeping OTF away from their own half, keeping them pinned back. And I think they're going to be happy with it. And as soon as I say anything, of course, Sad with a slow roller just off of the post, getting the deficit back to 1 as we're at about halftime.
That's a tough one. This unfortunate clear, or unfortunate lack of a clear from her, I should say, but they're going to have to bounce back. I think they can. That one, I don't think that's something that we're going to see a lot in this series. I think that RAR has definitely proven themselves as a good enough team to make it to the semifinals. Those kind of goals won't go in all the time. Here's another slow one, though. Okay, maybe it will. That's another just little lollipop that OTF puts in, and we're tied.
All 2s on the clock. We just missed it yesterday.
Oh.
Silky almost getting a touch. Couldn't quite connect, and Artsy coming in on the commit to follow it up. Tie game. Just past halftime. RAR come out clicking here in this game. At least keep keeping on the pressure. But OTF, they're coming back. They're roaring back here. They've scored now 2 unanswered. Make that 3. As Sad sneaking this one in under the crossbar over the defender. 3 unanswered now for OTF. They're not looking to go anywhere.
It is a rout coming on right now from OTF, and that is 3 within the 3rd minute of the game so far. And that one was 8 seconds removed from the previous. And finally, though, RAR wins a kickoff here. That might help them sustain some pressure. Maybe get it back. Mike gonna drop it down. Silky, oh, that's a tough one to reach. Keeps in the air, and a nice little bump from Mike, trying to buy them time, but it seems like RAR kind of getting sucked back into that everybody back on defense kind of playstyle. Gotta get the offense going again soon. And Mike can't come up with a great touch. Everybody's out for .RAR. There's the chance, but Silky with a nice clear. Now he's going to go run on this. Actually, it's going to be Mike, who wins 150. Going to put it up the wall. Tough one. Looking for the dooms. He won't get it. Keeping the pressure on, though. That's just too soft, and Sad comes up with a clear. Silky last back, and he gets beat by Sad. This one is going to force Mike to make a diving save, and he does. How about the second touch? Oh, it comes right out to Milky. He's got a chance. Tries to fake. He is disciplined just enough to get back to it. And now Artsy with 2 through the air. Still on his dribble with no boost, though. Just trying to force it through. Oh, he does! .RAR. Oh, they make the save just barely in time. That one could have been disaster, but yeah, their offense has seemingly shut down, and it has been all .OTF since those first 2 minutes. Another chance, but it's not going to go through, but still, they just need to break out and get back to what they were doing earlier in the game.
Yeah, it doesn't even look like OTF have really been doing anything different. That's kind of the strange part here. Like you said, the offense is just totally shut down. And less than a minute left, 1 goal difference. OTF looking to try to get another on the board here, but can't. It's leaning towards the blue squad. And RAR, like I said, they came out so strong. And in the back half of this game, the script has flipped. And OTF have run away with it here in the last 2 minutes.
Starting to look bleak. That's a big save from Mike to at least buy them a little bit of time. Milky trying to go for a low ground aerial. And here's a chance for Silky trying to catch him in transition. Artsy, but then Milky dives in front of the 50-50 ball to make sure that OTF remain with possession. Now he goes up, trying to set one up for Artsy, maybe take it himself. Everybody commits for RAR. They do come up with the clear though, and Sad lets it go by. That could have been really, really bad. Artsy gets away with one. Silky, big miss. How about Mike and Yiz? They both go. It's panic time for .RAR. Can they make it happen, or will we go to match point? It'll be the latter. And .OTF 3-1 in the series. Last lifeline for .RAR.
I don't know if that fake challenge at the end there was a 200 IQ play or was a 20 IQ play, because it ended up just developing madness in the blue half. And maybe that's what OTF needed to throw RAR off and make sure they aren't getting shots on, make sure they couldn't establish themselves. But talk about risky, just opening up and just even allowing to keep the ball in there for the moment. I think OTF snuck away with one here. At the end, for the majority of the game, RAR came out just swinging here early in this game, and OTF obviously came bouncing back. But that, I don't want to say it was sus, but that last few seconds there, that was kind of sus. OTF getting the win, moving on to series point, but they got it by the skin of their teeth, in my opinion.
And it looks like we're just about ready to go into game number 5 here. And the good news for .RAR, this kind of post-game thing acts as a mini timeout here, because it's going to go the full 60 seconds here, because RC doesn't ready up in time. So maybe a mini timeout, get a couple of last words out before you go into game number 5 here. But it has to be completely focus mode. They've brought back 3-1 before. They did it just yesterday. Do they have it in them to do it again? We're about to find out here. Here we go. Silky versus Artsy on the kickoff. RAR would like to start off with possession, and they do. Artsy misses, and here comes Silky trying to set one up. Goes towards the ceiling. He is not up in time, and it's just all Milky, unchallenged until Mike gets in there. And now Sad trying to get this one out. Nice touch to get it past. He is in some trouble. Silky's caught out. Here comes Sad for the double. Won't get it. Artsy, though, finishes it off. And .OTF have the goal that they would need to end the series. They just got to keep a shutout at this point.
Sad just did 90% of the work on a group project, and Artsy came in and scrawled his name across the top. I mean, Sad, beautiful ball control, the length of the field, setting it up for the teammate. OTF scoring just quickly. Fantastic play off of the initial kickoff.
Yeah, they did that twice in game number 4 that we just saw, and they do it again just quickly off of the kickoff kind of plays. Maybe the first kind of initial possession will go, but then they'll come back. Oh, an own goal from Milky. Very unfortunate. He kind of got a really nice read, though.
One of these was going to pop up eventually, and Milky, I assume he thought the shot from Yiz was going to be going towards the net and tried to pre-jump it, but just a series of bounces don't exactly go his way, and we have a tie game here.
We talked earlier about some of these touches from .RAR not having much substance behind them. I mean, I guess that was a shot, but it really didn't have any support for it. But they'll get away with one, so maybe I guess the game plan is send it downfield a little bit more, and maybe you'll get a couple more of those fluke plays to go in. But it works out for them there. But here come a lot of demos in these past couple of seconds. And Sad, though, comes up with a clear. More demos, one in the corner here. I think they caught him on a respawn. And now Yiz is back in the game. Milky towards the center. Sad knocks it down. He's got a chance to continue on this one. Gonna try and do it all himself. Tries to get the flip pass. Artsy off the post. Sad pops it. Silky recovers just in time. Takes one touch. Takes two. Takes three. Now the pass towards Yiz. He's got the shot. This one's gonna get through just enough pace. Yiz with number 2. And .RAR back in front.
That's what you like to see if you're a .RAR fan. Getting the pass from Silky to Yiz. Using each other on the pitch. Looking for each other. Trying to get these touches out. We hadn't seen it too terribly much in the last couple of games. They're bringing it out now, and they're getting the lead, but is it going to be too little too late? Silky putting another one there. Double commit on defense, but still, ball being kept out of the net by the .OTF squad.
Yeah, I think that's just the second Yiz and Silky, like, literal passing play by definition of a pass that we've seen in this series. But if they could string a couple more of those together, that's something that's worked here. I mean, we haven't seen it a lot, but when it has worked, it's looked really pretty. And now Silky with the center, but Yiz and Mike both retreat to defense here. Mike just centers that one. He gives it away to Artsy off the crossbar, and Yiz gets the save. Keeps .RAR safe from going level again. Yiz, oh, that's not a good jump. Mike, though, great reaction time to make the save. Now Yiz drops it down, and the last man for OTF is at midfield right now. Sad, maybe another fake, maybe just a miss. It's going to drop down, though. Bounces once. How about Yiz? Oh, here's the drop down, but it doesn't get the thing Silky was looking for. He just doesn't have the boost to challenge. And Mike sends it towards the backboard once again. Now Milky outside, and Yiz misses. Here's the chance for OTF to string some possession together. Silky off the wall, not the greatest 50 he could want. And Milky, oh, he tried it, but he just has nobody there. Sad comes in a little bit late. Still might get it to work, though. Artsy 50 with Silky goes to the outside, but the pressure's still on for OTF. Yiz goes off the wall. There's the passing play. Mike to try and make it a 3-point play. Oh, he puts it wide. That was the chance for RAR to make this one, too, and potentially put it out of reach. But they can't, and we remain level, going down to 2 minutes to go.
This game's gotten a little bit messier than the last couple of them. Both teams leaving opportunities on the table. Sad. That was a dangerous one to jump for. Almost setting himself up for an own goal there. But like I said, both squads having opportunities with not fully open, but at least mostly open nets. Not able to commit. And in a one-goal game like this, where there has not been a dominant team, I don't want to repeat myself from game one about leaving situations and leaving plays on the table, but that's what we're seeing. It. You know what, Sad? Kudos. You took it. You just destroyed my argument. What a great catch and dribble. Gets past one, gets past Yiz, gets past Mike. All three players from Darar having a chance, and Sad saying, this is my ball, this is my goal.
Catching him napping right there. Mike just out of position on defense. And here's a big kickoff for Artsy. He's got the chance here, and Silky not with the clear that he wants. But Sad off the wall towards Yiz. And Yiz going to leave it for Mike, and everybody's going to miss. Here's the chance for Silky to get it back. It's going to take a favorable bounce towards the net in the midfield for Mike. Just don't rush it. Oh, he dove too quickly. Maybe he had a couple more seconds there to work with. Still puts it towards the net. Mike keeps it on the goal line. Can he get there in time? Sad pre-flip won't go. But Artsy with the defense on the goal line. They survive for now. And Milky towards the middle now. Puts it towards Artsy. He won't get it. And Sad the last back. He's got a chance to pull in towards that with some danger with it. But Silky towards the center. Just nobody up on attack with him. Got RAR stuck with two players on defense. Artsy comes through the wall. Pre-flips into this one. Gets the center. Is it there for Sad? Not quite. Silky hangs on. Now this one's looking threatening towards the net. And Artsy's going to couple the save. Get a little flip as well. But he's on no boost. Can't really do all that much, but a huge pinch. It's going to drop down in front of the net unless Yiz makes the touch, which he does. We go towards Silky. Oh, he catches two OTF players out. Yiz kind of gets in the way of it, though, and that's another big chance for RAR. Now Mike gets caught out. This one towards the net, and Artsy puts it in. Is that the goal that's going to send .OTF through to the finals? It's looking like it.
That was kind of rough to watch. No matter what team you're a fan of there. Team bumps coming up from both sides. Ultimately, it ends up with OTF getting the first kind of dedicated touch and the first dedicated rotation out, and it culminates with them getting the go-ahead goal. But 15 seconds left. This is RAR need to score or they're done.
We've seen a 0-second goal from RAR, but unfortunately it was against them yesterday. They've got a chance to make it happen here, but Artsy's going to be the first one to it. All you got to do at this point is ground it, and you should be good. It's going towards the ground, but Silky keeps it up. How about Sad through the air? Gets beat by Yiz, but gets the touch to drop it through. .OTF are through to the finals, taking down RAR in 5.
Look, it doesn't matter how you win, as long as you win, right? OTF coming away with just enough. They pull the games out. They end up getting the dubs here, dropping game number 1, if I recall correctly. Coming back and playing well, doing what they need to do. And really, in any series, that's the minimum you need to do, is to do what you need to do, and they did it. So they come through, they get the series win, they will have their spot ready and waiting for them in the grand finals. They'll have some time to sit back, maybe get some free play, I don't know, do a little bit of play, but they can go ahead and watch the next series for their potential opponent.
Yeah, it is always interesting seeing that one team who has their semifinal first to see how they stay warm and ready for that final. But I mean, if OTF's playing like how they did in games 2 through 5 with 4 unanswered wins, I think it's very possible that they could end up taking not only one but maybe multiple games off of Anarchy, even though that sounds quite crazy.
Right. Well, once you get into the game, I mean, it's totally possible to get dubs. Like, I don't want to take anything away from these squads. Obviously, TA's the elephant in the room. They still have a game to play too, though. They have Tundra coming up against them here. This should be starting up in about 15 minutes or so. So that match is going to decide who will be our other participant in the grand finals. Obviously, TA are probably going to be favorites here, but still, Tundra's on the pitch. They can still win. So I don't want to take anything away from them. I'm excited to see how the series develops.
Yeah, me too. I think that your analysis was correct. I think Anarchy are definitely the favorites coming in, but that doesn't mean that we should just discard Tundra. They're a very good team in their own right, and they certainly have a chance. They're top 4 for a reason, so I'm excited to see what they can do. That's going to be coming up, like you said, in about 15 minutes from now. I'll try and get them. Maybe we can start like 5 minutes early or something, so that OTF aren't waiting for too long between series, but they do move on to the grand final. Congratulations to them, commiserations to .rar. Top 4 is really nothing to be disappointed about. But with that being said, we're going to cut to a short break and we'll be right back with Sub-Zero Tundra against Team Anarchy.
Tell me, is this something you admire? Off the wings of an angel, I'm high, baby. Hold on. Hold on. Tell me, is this something you imagined? Off the wings of an angel, I'm high, baby. Hold on. Hold on. I wanna feel your body. Like a dog scent, baby, a pit bull. I need your markings, babe. I need your markings. If you just say the word, I'll go away. Just say the word, I'll go. Used to the crime, being stowed away. Said I'm used to the crime, but now it's a 15 story. Well, is it do or die? You my compass, so I need a handful for you approaching, destroying my focus. Just say the word, I'll go away. Just say the word, I'll go. Used to the crime, being stowed away. Said I'm used to the crime, but now it's a 15 story. To your rooftop, from a rooftop, to your rooftop, from a rooftop, on my way down to your rooftop, ain't no safe route, oh I know, rooftops ain't no playground, heard I feel it flowing and it came down, it's a 15 story.
Oh, I see the signs and I see way there, and I feel the same. Forever hold, no matter if we're cast away. A fire in the dark. I know that you won't be waiting again. Right from the start, I see the end. A world torn apart, but I know we're meant. Forever hold, no matter if we're cast away. A fire in the dark. I know that you won't be waiting again. Out of the shadows, I've come to make a name. Ready for battle, 'cause I got a thing to claim. Think that I'll crumble, I'll show you in a slide. Where you see me coming, better run for cover, 'cause I'm not slowing down, I'm never going under. I survived the pain, I know it made me stronger. So meet the monster I came to conquer. When all the smoke clears, I'll still be on my feet. Forget all of my
Alright everyone, welcome back to the second semifinal, Sub-Zero Tundra against Team Anarchy. The winner, of course, going on to the final to play against .otf. They are awaiting. But first, we have to get this one underway. I've got here Lo-chan and Aiden with me, so how are you guys feeling about this game as I started up, because everyone is mad at me, but as I'm doing that, I'll let you guys take it away and do the usual.
Yes, sir. We got me and Lo-chan in the chat box today. The dynamic duo. Actually, I think Lo-chan, you and I were the first people to, like, when I first started casting, we both casted together. If I'm not mistaken.
Indeed it was, and as we guess, yeah, excuse me, indeed it was. That was definitely a while ago, but yes, anyway, other than that, we can talk about that later. We have these two opposing teams who have fought tooth and nail to get here. We have, excuse me, we have CZ Tundra, or just Tundra for short, who have clawed their way through CSV to get here, which, quite frankly, just kind of rolled over Vist, but no shade, but the Vist fought very valiantly.
But in fact, we do get into game one. Sorry for the rambling here, but yes, we got to go. I was gonna say Gura, but that is not the correct thing. Gara, excuse me, Gara, going up here. No sense pulling away the rotation as Wavy puts a shot on, but Gara is in fact on the wall. He put it away, adapt with a boomer towards Rocky. Rocky easily defended towards. We can actually, yes, Aiden, you can take over the analyzing after game one, but the show must in fact go on as Gara puts it off the wall here, trying to keep it away from that Anarchy defense. Putting it down. Oh, sorry, go ahead. And
goodness.
Wavy ooh is gonna put that in.
No, it's ooh. It doesn't have a W. It's just an underscore. It's ooh.
Indeed, it is. 4-14. Anarchy scoring quite early in this game, but we've seen from Tundra. Well, we've scrimmed them a bunch. They are very. Let's just say they're a very midfield heavy play style. They don't really do much aggressing or defending. They like to keep that ball away from the defense, or excuse me, away from the offense as much as possible, where they can find an opening and strike. But other than that, both of these teams are playing considerably well today. We can see Wavy going up for that. Usually he would put a couple of spins on that corner read, but maybe he's not exactly warm. Maybe he's a little bit cold hands today. Anyway, we see a boomer for downfield from Rocky here. That's on target, saved away by No Sense. No Sense on the back wall, contested by Xerox. With nice save by Wavy. Adapt, trying to 1v1 against Guara. Gets it over and just saved from the corner of Guara's car. Rocky over to Guara himself, putting it over to Xerox. Looking for the three-way pass, looking to double it here, but that it is off the bar. Adapt 1v1 against Rocky off the great touch off the sidewall, relieving pressure there. Xerox 1v1 against No Sense. No Sense. Looking to go for the ceiling shot there, but looks like his flip ran out. Wavy. Looking, I think, was looking for a dap there, but hit, unfortunately, was contested by Rocky. Honestly, looking pretty good from both teams, actually. Put a lot of back and forth. Both teams trying to whip out the mechanical praise that they have here. What are you thinking, Aiden?
I think right now, sorry, you caught me mid-eating. I'm also having a snack at the same time. But as you can see by both teams, you said that Sub-Zero are definitely very midfield heavy, so they're not very attacking nor defensive. You can kind of see that on full show here, as they have been putting on some offensive pressure in the last couple minutes here. As soon as they've gotten the ball clear, they've just been constantly attacking. But I could be wrong here, and now I will hand it back over to you.
Honestly, yeah, what I've been seeing is they're trying to, as soon as they get it out of the half, they've been just trying to keep it in their half. As we see Tundra on the offense right now, we've usually, for the last, and as I say that, Rocky puts it in, it looks like that offense and that midfield presence has, in fact, paid off here.
It's a wonderful goal there from Rocky. It's just a very simplistic yet elegant aerial. Just to be directed in, and it's 1-1 with a minute 53 left. Now back to you, Locker.
149 left, 1-1. We are tied. Wavy looking to put it over No Sense, which I know that they are teammates, but looking to put it over him for the goal. Xerox looking to contest No Sense, but able to get that over him just in time. Rocky looking to probably pass down for a member of Tundra, but Xerox getting beat up by Wavy. Wavy 1v1 against Gura. Off the ceiling here, Rocky hunting in the midfield. That is going to bounce out of the corner, but that's actually No Sense missing there. What we usually pretty consistent on those wall pinch clears. Wavy contesting Rocky here in the midfield, which they are in fact going to lose that 50. As we see Tundra, a midfield monster. As we cross the 1 minute mark, Gura actually losing that 50. Rocky looking at double, and Xerox just slamming into that bottom shelf.
Beautiful goal from Xerox here. Right place, right time. If it had a definition, it would be this goal right here.
It really is. 140, excuse not 140, 114, a zinger from Xerox, just putting it I believe that was under no sense. I think he pre-jumped there. Anyway, we see Adapt actually losing possession there, losing control, and actually missing the read. That's on target. So, Tundra are gonna go up by 2 here. What is happening to Anarchy's defense, which we've seen all season long?
I don't... Lachlan, I'm not too sure really what's happening. Just maybe a slight... Maybe just early butterflies in the semifinal? Who knows?
Honestly,
I mean, I certainly hope they'll pick it up in the next couple games here, but so far, looks like Hunter's gonna really pressure them and really push them for that spot in the finals.
Yeah, but what we've seen here from Tundra, they usually, what is it? Once I've scrimmed them before, usually teams are not necessarily not memeing, but not saying the most positive things about them. Adapt is gonna get one, but this game might. By the way, Tundra are playing. This game might, in fact, be over. knock on wood, caster's curse. But yeah, Tundra came here to play.
They came here to play, and they're gonna try their best to bring the best they can out of their team. They are definitely the underdogs rooted for. Oh! That was a close shot from Bar.
As the clock. Oh no, go ahead there.
I was just saying, as I say, anything can happen. Rocky hits it down.
Indeed, it does get hit down. Tundra are going to take the win in game 1, by 1 in fact. We can see the actually you can do the analyzing part here, but we can see here there's definitely a major point, at least obviously points really don't matter, but point differential. Rocky beating out Wavy by at least a full 100 points in terms of overall score. Rocky, we've seen, we know this team is a midfield team, but Rocky doing a lot of the midfield team, just hunting, waiting for the goals, waiting for the passes from Xerox and Guda. But other than that, I'll pass it off to you for the rest.
Well, I honestly think to add to that point, Rocky definitely plays a lot like a kind of like one of those careful. I can't really think of a realistic comparison into real life, but he kind of acts like a cheater in a way. He kind of just waits patiently until there's 1 or 2 players by themselves, and then pounces on those mistakes and those decisions to really bring the best out of his team. And as you can see, really bring the best out of his team, leading them to a 3-2 win. And I will hand it off to you, Logan.
Indeed, Adapt looking for that off-wall read. Guara looking to possibly back pass to Rocky, forward pass to Rocky. That wasn't really too successful though. It was intercepted by Adapt. Speaking of Adapt, he looks to put one on, but it's a light shot taken away by Guara. And that's a shot on from Rocky, but it's just wide. Taken away from Wavy himself. Wavy looking for the off-wall pre-flip, but Adapt's going to take it away, seeing that he doesn't in fact have the momentum to get it. Adapt's looking to possibly control it, but getting a little bit too far away from him there. Xerox looking to play this one slow, but gets bait out and faked by Wavy. Wavy looking to go for a little slow play of himself. Possibly, I know what he's trying to go for there, just to invert himself and flip the ball upwards over an opponent, but his flip timer ran out there. Adapt 1v1 with Rocky, but beautifully handled by Rocky to the corner, bounces out for Gara. It's gonna be intercepted by, by Wavy. That's a shot on, that is off the bar. Adapt is screaming into the upward rotation here. Puts a shot on here, that's gonna take it away and push back to the midfield where Tundra shine.
Wow, with the double tap! Oh my goodness, that was close.
Wavy looking up. I thought he was gonna go for an air dribble, but it's just a pass over to Adapt. Adapt popping it up for no sense, and that's gonna be a shot on. Actually, he's gonna miss and just gonna float in with the. I think that was a demo from Wavy.
That really reminds me. That goal itself really reminds me of one of the goals in Game 7 of the RLCS final against last season with Vitality, and I want to say. I'm just gonna say Justin's team to be safe, but
NRG.
NRG, thank you. NRG against Vitality, where
Oh.
there was a demo goal to cause a tie, and
Oh!
a beautiful save from Rocky.
And indeed, yeah. I know what you mean. Rocky looking to fake out Wavy, but doesn't get enough power on the flick there. Wavy looking to just dance around the whole Tundra defense, but that's stopped away by Guara. No sense. Looking to just fluster them here, but they're not taking the bait, and Adap is gonna 50 Guara into the goal here. I don't sure that was Guara, and yeah, it was Guara. My mistake. No, Rocky. What am I saying?
Castro brain, it happens.
Yeah, sorry, but yeah, sorry everyone here.
That noise ever again.
That is going to bounce off the ceiling here, waiting for Wavy. He's gonna actually go for the slow play here, looking to 50 Guara here, but the midfield monsters do in fact win the 50. You don't want to go up against them in the midfield. Adapt, possibly bail Rocky Aaron. He does, gets it under him, no sense. Looking to challenge him, but Guara handled well, able to beat him out. No sense. Hunting in the midfield, looking to possibly go for a pass over to Adapt, but it is taken away by Xerox. That's a shot on by Guara, and that's going beautifully just under the bar. Top shelf, excellent placement from Xerox.
I don't think the viewers understand. I don't think the viewers understand just how tough that shot is. To get it over both defenders just under the upright is incredible. It takes a lot of time, practice, and dedication to do that.
Indeed it does. You don't understand the stress, that shot. You have an open net, and then it's like you miss. Because you try to get as much power out as possible so a defender can't get back in time. That's a great flick from No Sense. Just baiting out both, I believe that was Guara. That was Guara and why am I forgetting these names? Guara and Rocky just baiting them out here. Yes, and Xerox. I'm sorry, everyone. I don't know why I'm forgetting these names. Anyway, we do in fact pass halftime. Anarchy completely flipping the script, and that's
oh my god, Guara, what's happening?
What is going on with Guara right now? He's literally just he has this thing for the top shelf. He can't seem to miss the top shelf. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
162 kph, holy crap!
He can't seem to miss this top shelf, and exactly what you were saying. Just once they're in the offensive half, they're not really. Oh my goodness, that would have been nutty from No Sense. He would have gotten that double off the bar. But yeah, what you're saying, once they are in the offensive half, they don't really like to leave it unless somehow Anarchy can just find a 100 kilometer per hour clear, but I don't think anybody even on pro level is going to save that unless you go up for it right away. But yeah, just so much offense coming. Even though they are down, there's more than likely a chance that they can come back here. 120 is decades of time in Rocket League. Anyway, back to what you were saying here. I'm not sure. Anyway, this actually isn't gonna go in here. I'll pass it back to you here. I'm not sure how to transition this because there's just a lot going on here.
Well, there's tons going on. I understand that. As being in that position, Lochan, I definitely understand that. It's definitely not easy transitioning as a caster when you're trying to keep it entertaining, but there's also so many things going on back and forth.
Exactly, as we approach the 45-second mark, that is a just wide shot from Rocky. See, I got that. my eyes weren't deceiving you that time. It was in fact Rocky. Wavy possibly looking to just get a little clear extension there, but unfortunately missing. Xerox 50-50 with Wavy on the wall. Looks to get this clear, but into the waiting arms of Guara. Actually, Wavy able to get the second touch to throw him off. Rocky with a team pitch from Xerox. That is on target. And it's gonna go in, tying it up 3-3.
What are the chances of Rocky and Xerox hitting that? Only 60 kph, but that is a beautiful goal off the post. 3-3 in 16 seconds.
I just checked the stream. We do not have 40 viewers. I guess I don't know why. I don't know how. You're going down in viewers, but please, Clippers, just clip that, please. Just something, and it looks like we're gonna see an overtime here. Zox is in fact. Oh, and it's actually kept up by Rocky. They gotta kill that. And that was dangerous. One more second. And that would have gone in.
Very much gone in. It's a very tough scenario, especially when you're trying to get that goal and you just don't have the boost to get it up enough just to beat the clock.
14 seconds into this overtime, Rocky already going for flip resets. We don't really see Rocky doing, like I said, zero shade, no bias from any RLMC team at all, but we don't really see Rocky go for many mechanical plays. We usually see him, like I said, in that midfield, looking for those passes, or in fact passing himself. But we don't really see him going for ultra mechanical or super mechanical plays like that. But just, I guess, trying to slow down the ball or keep it in that midfield for Gora, and there's a goal from Wavy. Honestly, I'm just talking about them. How did that go through? We see Guara with the unfortunate miss adapt, going for the boost, but unfortunately not having time to get it and rushing back, and then just a basic goal. That is not how I expected it to end.
Definitely not. And Wolverine, yes, he did say that Rocky does not go for super mechanical stuff all the time. I definitely agree. I mean, it happens. I've played with Rocky before. I've seen him play. I've watched them. I've scrimmed them before, and I completely agree. I completely agree with Lachlan over here, or Lachlan Lochan. See, I keep doing that now because I messed it up the one time, and now we're gonna continue doing it for the rest of the time.
Oh,
I'm
no.
gonna continue doing it, especially, but yeah.
Anyway, sorry, go ahead here.
Oh, I was just saying.
We, in fact, do see a Anarchy victory here as we head into, I believe, quick maths here. Quick maths, man's not hot. It is, in fact, game 3 here. Both teams definitely showed what they're made of. They're ready to go here, and... Okay, excuse me. Yeah, both teams ready to go. What we've seen from both teams, they're warming up. They're getting more comfortable. I'm don't really sure what's gonna come next in this game 3.
I'm not too sure either, but we will be in the ride. We'll be in for the ride.
Indeed, to be willing for the ride. As we look for the ride, adapts. I think he was actually looking to go for the angle there, but a little bit too much power. That is easily dealt with by Guara. Rocky, that's a shot towards, so that is easily saved away. But it's actually going to be caught off by Guara himself. I'm just going to switch over to Guara's cam here. It looks like on his landing, he was just in the perfect position to just completely cut off No Sense's his small clear. I don't think he was looking to completely clear it, possibly go for a clear extension upward towards No Sense or Wavy. I mean, adapter Wavy, what am I saying? But just cut it, easily cut off. Adapt, looking to pass to Wavy, but it's a bit high off the bar. Wavy, not the best touch there, not much of a use for that touch. That is just easily taken away by the Tundra defense. Anarchy looking a little bit more offensively comfortable here in this game 3. Usually pinned in their defensive half by Tundra. But Tundra losing a little bit of grasp, as Patrick would say, firmly grasp it, but they're not really firmly grasping that midfield as they've had in these past 2 games.
Firmly grasp it.
Indeed.
Right,
No Sense looking to go for that read, but he gets it, but not really very productive touch here. Xerox taken away from Rocky, handing it off to him. Adapt 1v1 against Guara. Goes for the pre-jump, but that's over him. In the waiting arms of No Sense. He's actually going to not get the best touch, but he's bailed out by Adapt, who rotates back and just gets the finish. Call him the janitor, because he cleaned up No Sense's touch there off that mistouch.
Adapt the janitor. That's his new nickname for his tournament. Anytime we call him now, we're gonna call him Adapt the janitor. The janitor
And
going
that
back
is
for boot?
I thought that was gonna be a goal. I didn't think Adapt would get there in time for that. But anyway, we see here.
Dude, you should reference him. You gotta reference him by his actual name. You gotta reference him by the janitor.
Oh my goodness, Adapt looking to actually a 1v3 here. Rocky Wavy getting a piece of Rocky's flick here. The safety's gonna go wide off to the wall. Xerox cutting no sense off here. Adapt with a very light shot towards the net, easily taken away by Rocky. Rocky actually, I don't think, accidentally single jumping instead of flipping here, losing possession here. Wavy against Guara in the midfield, actually wins this. And that the 50 goes back. That is on target, but is dealt with by Adapt very well, putting it off that, off that back wall. Putting it up for Wavy, adding the ball's momentum to get them to be able to clear it. What do you think is going on here in this game 3, Aiden?
I'm honestly not too sure who's going to come away with a victory in this game. It can be a very crucial game, game 3 and game 5, and a lot of games, especially if you're tied in those, can be very, as Rocky scores, can be very decisive for the rest of the series and can actually affect a lot of your mood. But Rocky just over here casually just scoring while I'm trying to make a point. So, but I definitely think you can go either way at this point. 2-1, 2 minutes 16 seconds, anything can happen. So I will take it back over to you, Lochan. And I didn't say, notice how I didn't say Lachlan this time.
Oh yeah. It is, in fact, anything can happen as Rocky goes head to head with Adapt here in the air. Rocky, that's a shot wide though. Almost on, but it was in fact gonna go wide. Xerox looking for Guara in the midfield. Rocky is the third man back, is gonna put it on, looking for the double, and he gets it, slotting it in between Adapt and the post. Perfect placement and recovery from Rocky.
Oh my goodness, Rocky. Just showing off the fact that he's probably the most experienced here. Holy crap. That's all I have to say.
Honestly, yeah, just what we were saying about firmly grasping. As the chat, I actually looked at the chat for a second. Firmly grasp it. They are indeed firmly grasping this midfield. The point says it all. They're
Be
just
like Patrick and firmly grasp it.
basically, they're locking down this midfield right now. Not letting up. That is a great demo from Guara. Rocky.
On no sense.
And that is not the best touch from. I'm sorry if I'm not letting you cast this, but there's just a lot. So much going on. This is not a boring game. Rocky putting it up. That is dealt with. But I think Xerox actually cut him off there on the way back. That was a rotational error there. Adapt is going to go up against Xerox here. Actually pulls away in a rotation, leaving for no sense. A very loose ball in the moment. Nobody really have possession. Zara very well dealt with. I see from stuttering here. I see from both of these teams, obviously at this level, it is to be expected. Both of these teams, when the ball is coming toward the net. Oh, Wavy, indeed. You're about to see something truly magical.
Don't cut any of the things that I say. And I bet you there's so many clips out there of me just making weird, bizarre noises and yelling. Especially yesterday when RC scored that pre-flip, I was like, RC with the pre-flip!
Actually,
and
yeah, I have
flipped it and made it perfect so I was cut off at the perfect time. Oh, with the double tap! Holy!
Speaking of screaming, that is definitely the right reason to be, Aiden, as Guara gets a beautiful angle here off the top right. Excuse me, what am I doing? Top left of the goal, just sliding it under Adapt, I think
what a shot from Guara. That is beautiful.
Perfect kickoff from Anarchy, leaving no sense with something. But it's not really going to matter here. As Tundra are up by 3. Just look at Rocky. Look at what he's doing. He's literally just burnt time. This man burnt the time faster than a lasagna from your grandma.
Oh my goodness! Somebody clip that, please, and send it to me. Oh my goodness.
Jokes aside, look at the pure point and shot differential from both these teams, and point differential up by 3. Tundra are just roaring back to life. Game 3 literally was nothing. Or sorry, are we on game 3? Am I dyslexic?
So I can hear you, man. Sorry. Go ahead.
My brain is literally dying. Anyway, yes, back in game. I'm pretty sure either way, game 3, game 2, what we saw from them, yeah, they cooled down a little bit, but they're just firing on all cylinders now. I'll pass it off to you.
Yeah, for sure. I honestly think it's really really either way. It can go. It can really go either way. I'm not too sure what's happening in my background. As I'm speaking, but we will get into game number 4 with Tundra up 2, rather surprisingly. What do you think about that, Loshan?
Honestly, yeah, they're. I'm kind of surprised here, but from what we've seen, what we've seen from them in the past.
Oh, that's a beautiful touch from Guara. I was just about to say, I thought you were about to say there, oh, I'm slowly losing my mind, but that either way, that works too. Beautiful save from Xerox there.
That was a great save from Xerox, just putting it off the bar there. Wavy with a great catch off of Guara's touch, looking to go 1v3, but Rocky's gonna say no, and this complete. Dude, like I said, they have a fetish for this midfield. I'm telling you.
Rocky says in the middle of that play, "Nuh-uh, not in my house."
Basically, Rocky getting the stop here off of Anarchy's clear. No sense. Actually going to take over that clear. Xerox almost doubling it, but it wouldn't have mattered. Wavy putting it far post. Great shot from him.
It's a tough situation there. Like I said, Wavy just been pouncing on Tundra's mistakes. This being one of them. Xerox gets a really awkward aerial, ends up hitting the wall, doesn't recover properly, and he just bangs it into the left corner. Beautiful goal from him, and I will turn it back to you, Lochan.
Indeed, Xerox in a 1v1 with Wavy. Is he gonna get it? No, Wavy just deals with the 1v1 situation perfectly. And actually able to get a clear out in the process, get a clear off from it as well. As we hit the exact 4-minute mark. Anarchy up by 1, no sense looking to pass down. Not getting that pinch pass though. Wavy looking for Adapt in the midfield, but Adapt is far back. Will he get this? Oh my goodness. Trying to read it off that bar down, bounce. No sense. Doing, honestly, like what I've just been seeing from Anarchy in these last 20 seconds is, yeah, they're kind of fearless right now. They're kind of mad. They're just trying to warm up, doing all the mechanical outplays that they know how to do. They're just putting balls toward the net at just such a fast pace. As Wavy gets a nice clear, Adapt to extend it and control it. Actually, with a great control touch from him. That is Adapt looking to pass over to No Sense. No Sense, that is on, and that's actually gonna hit off the crease and put up. Rocky looking to slow the play down here, looking to make Anarchy awkward here, but Adapt is going to say no. How about I catch this ball and actually bump Guara, actually accidentally bumping Xerox there. A little bit of communication. Wavy 1v1 against Rocky, excuse me, leaving it for No Sense. No Sense looking to trying to 1v2 here, looking to go far post, but a little bit off the wide here. As we're hitting the 2-minute and 40 mark. What are you thinking, Aiden?
Honestly, it could really go either way. Like I said, throughout this entire series, it's been all over the place. Goals happening left and right, close shots almost going in. It's kind of just, you kind of just have to wait and see. Unfortunately, there cannot be more than one winner, but I know both these teams are working their butts off to try and get this W. And we were asked earlier by A2A Wolverine, that, like, he asked what was our favorite RLMC player. Who do you think was the best RLMC player, is what he was asking in his question.
Oh my goodness, you just opened up a complete can of worms on that one. Everybody has their favorite RLMC player. Honestly, I know so many from, yeah, like my time in the RLMC. I'll have to think about that one.
If we're talking about the two teams that are currently in here, my pick would have.
Oh, I thought you meant in general.
No,
Anyway.
I think, I'm not sure if he meant directly in general or not, but if we're talking about the last 4 teams, it's gonna have to be Rocky for me.
Oh yeah, for sure. For me, it might be a bit different though. But if we're talking about these two teams, I would have to say, of course, we'd have to say Adapt. Either Adapt or Xerox. I've known both of them for a while, and I know that they're just kind of mechanical boys, just to say. They both know how to hit the ball per se. They get stuff done. But Guara actually is doing a lot of work here for this. Actually, no, what am I talking about? Rocky and Guara has been doing a lot of work for this Tundra squad. Actually, Xerox take a little bit of a back seat. Actually, this time.
Oh!
Wavy.
That was so close from Wavy. That could have really sealed the game for them.
Absolutely, that pretty much would have been not almost a dagger, but that definitely would have helped their chances.
The dagger to end all daggers, except daggers don't have ends; they have points. Still.
Oh my, Xerox coming in with the defensive save here. Just
Absolute chaos.
The breakaway from Rocky, it's gonna float in. No, it's not. Goal line saved by No Sense. No Sense himself is gonna try and get this out. As we wind down to the 10-second mark, it is in fact in the Anarchy half. If Adapt can clear this, no. But Wavy is gonna get that well-needed breather of a clear that they needed. Momentum still on the ball though. Xerox looking to take this slow and is gonna hit the ball. Wavy looks to kill it. Gar is actually gonna save that kill, but No Sense is gonna put it to the ground. And Tundra out of position there. Team Anarchy take this game 3. Game 3, bro, game 4. What am I doing? Pass it off to you. Aiden.
Well, we definitely had a very interesting show so far. It's now all tied up, and we're on to Game 5. Like I said earlier, Game 5 can be very, very decisive for both teams. Can really show dominance here, but in a Game 7 series, it kind of can go either way. So, Lo Chen says in chat, "My brain is dying. Help."
Indeed, help me.
I completely understand, Lo Chen. I know you've probably been having too much ice cream. Your brain's freezing. Did you just join? Oh, okay. Melting.
Yeah, No Sense hitting me with the sick. Anyway, we do head on to game 4 here. Honestly, I thought that was gonna be a whiff here and possibly a go for Tundra. Oh my, Wavy looking to get the dunk, a lot of dunks here. But the Dapt and Xerox going head to head in the midfield. Going neutral here, Rocky. Adapt actually missing that clear. Wavy looking to bail him out, and that's gonna be a light shot on by Guara. Honestly, I always trip up with Guara's name. I either switch back and forth from Gura and Gara. It depends on what my brain wants to say.
He really should just change his name to Guru, because that's what I think every time I see his name.
Actually, it's an open net right now if they can put a shot on, but actually, unfortunately, No Sense backflipping there.
Longer than doing a backflip and
great defense by Guara or Gura, yes, whatever it is. But yes, but a great defense by Guara. That would have definitely been a goal, but just singing it across the box to safety, where they can actually counterattack from the corner, as we see here. But Adapt says no counterattacks for you. Just completely barrels it downfield. Honestly, so fast and so high into the rafters of the opposite side. Xerox looking to control this, but gets a little bit too far from him, as Adapt is able to take control. And Rocky actually muscling its way by No Sense. Ball is not going to go loose. Actually, Wavy able to get a great recovery from that ceiling position. Guara going to take over. Not the best touch from Wavy. That's going to hit off the back wall into the possibly waiting arms of Tundra, but it's well taken care of by the defense of Anarchy. Xerox back passing it to Guara. Guara's going to bring it up the ceiling here, and that's going to pass down to the middle. Xerox is not going to go up for it, and actually going to be taken away by Adapt here. We approach 3 minutes here. We still zips on the clock here. Almost Wavy, almost getting it through. What are you thinking, Aiden?
I'm thinking about how Wavy didn't just score that and put his team up 1-0. That was an incredible shot. There's little things like that that they don't tell you in right? There's little things they don't tell you about. As I say that, Wavy scores. I can't even speak. There's so many things happening.
So many things happening.
As they say, there's little tiny pieces of mechanics that at the Champ 1 to Champ 3 level that are slightly missing. You know, there's little bits of consistency that are missing, and me being a champ one, I completely understand that. There's so many things I'm not consistent at. Yeah. God, I can't speak English. English,
fish.
Jesus!
Anyway, Rocky,
No,
listen to
I'm gonna
this
turn
one.
it off to you, so you
Over-
can speak.
Over no sense. Guara actually just beating out Wavy there before getting demoed. No sense looking to bring this up. Adapt flying in, and then he's gonna drop it down, extending the lead by 2.
What a goal from Adapt! Has no sense says in chat, sick.
Oh yeah. Yeah, actually that was the first time he said sick, when I joined their team by accident. Anyway, we just about to cross the 2-minute line here. This is an extremely loose ball in the Tundra half here. Just nobody going for it, just kind of floating there. But it is in fact under the possession of Anarchy now. That's gonna pinch deep into the left side of the field. No sense looking for the redirect, doesn't find it, wanting to get that super light touch. I know how that feels. Unfortunately, not making contact. Xerox gonna actually go for the fake there as Rocky charges in for the 50. Gura not looking for a bump. What? Excuse me. It might have been looking for a bump onto No Sense, so they can get that well-deserved clear. Xerox not getting the clear he wants, as Gra is going to not get the best bang, but in fact just kind of get relieve possession to Anarchy by accident here. Rocky getting a clear off just before he is demoed. Gora off to the back wall. It's gonna bounce down. Water falling, not in front of the net, but onto the sidewall. Adapt popping it over. Rocky, it is an open net. Gora looking to get back to it in time, and he does, but it is into the waiting arms of No Sense. Over to Adapt, but Rocky is able to get back in time. Excuse me, I'm pretty sure that was actually Xerox able to get in time. We just crossed the 1-minute mark here. Both of these teams, or excuse me, not one of these teams here, Anarchy, looking to maintain and hold on to a 2-0 lead. They're sitting pretty right now, just need to hold on to that lead, keep Tundra at bay. But from the way Tundra are playing, I wouldn't bet against them coming back in this 30 seconds. Well, they can, but it is definitely not going to be a walk in the park.
Definitely not. Just thinking here, if Team Anarchy do make it through, it's gonna be a close game in the final then.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I honestly think that OTF and Team Anarchy both have very, very similar playstyles.
And as the clock winds down to 0 seconds, it is going to touch the ground. We are in fact going to Game 6. Next game decides whether or not we will see Champions Field.
Well, you shall see Champions Field nonetheless.
Commence fourth.
Analyzer commenced fourth. Oh, I have commenced fourth. Alright. You can see Wavy really carrying the load on Team Anarchy here with his goal, 4 saves, and 2 shots. Really just kind of, both him and No Sense really carrying the defensive end. But I honestly just think that either way, once this game is finished, we shall know if we'll have Champions Field or not.
Indeed. We can see here. Oh, sorry, man. Sorry.
You forgot to ready up again, didn't you?
Everybody's screaming at me to ready up.
It's always you, man. Come on.
Oh, man. Anyway, we get into Game 6 here. Both teams, it's 5 minutes on the clock. Both teams ready to see this outcome. Tundra definitely looking to bring the heat here in this Game 6. Loose ball at the moment, but is easily gained by and no longer loose for a split second. That's actually going to go in. Anarchy looking to carry the momentum off of last game, not skipping a beat. Maybe just going to just completely dust. I'm pretty sure that was Guara there, just putting a top shelf.
See, you were saying Guira, and now you're saying Guara.
It just guava juice. It just straight up, I don't even know.
Juice.
Guava juice, and that's just an own goal from Xerox. That's not what you want to see, coming all this way, making it all the way to game 6. That's just unfortunate. Xerox rotating in, but that ball was careening towards him, and not really much he can do with that, just hitting off his car and in.
Xerox really unleashing his inner .png here.
Uh-oh. Oh my goodness, a zinger of a shot coming from Wavy from the corner. He's trying to pull out his inner Garrett G there. Wavy looking to play this one slow, but it is dealt with by Guara quite well. And that might be a shot off from that, but it is wide. Xerox looking to bait out no sense, and he does. 1v1 against Wavy, and Wavy's going to deal with this very easily here off to the corner. Wavy with the cooks are pinched downfield, but it is going to be banged back to the Anarchy side by Guara. Guava juice. Adapt here. It is taken away. A lot of slow play here, and definitely not as half as fast as in the past games. Adapt looking for the redirect, doesn't get it. It is saved by Rocky. That would have definitely would have been something if he got the microscopic touch he was looking for. Wavy not getting the best touch. I think it was, yeah, I was looking to go for an air dribble there, but it's skying it to the ceiling on accident. This ball is gonna go loose, but it is picked up by Xerox in the corner, looking to bait out two of it Anarchy defenders here. And in fact, Anarchy up by 2 in this first half of the game. The Tundra needs to turn on that firmly grasp it mentality if they want to secure this game 7.
Come on, Tundra, you gotta firmly grasp it.
And indeed, it looks like they're trying to firmly grasp it as they see all 3 players in the midfield. Only Rocky is back, but they need to keep that triangle rotation, keep that fast-paced rotation or midfield rotation that we've seen from them. That might go on, but no, that is just wide. Rocky 50-50 with no sense. Rocky booming it downfield into the right Anarchy corner. Wavy missing their limit, and this might be the chance here, but no sense reading that. And we are back again in the Tundra half.
And so far, a very entertaining game 6.
Indeed, a entertaining game 6 it is. There's been a lot of and actually there's just a complete miscommunication on the side of Anarchy. Just no sense. Actually, sorry, my bad. I was on the wrong camera here. Getting demoed here and just cabbling on that demo perfectly. Actually, what I've been before I pass it off to you, what I've been seeing is obviously with the whole 150-page thesis that Adam did or writing here on Anarchy. So how they're too good or something like that. They're getting memed on that they're too good and that Artsy, remember what Artsy said, they need to be cancelled, or cancel Artsy. They and Anarchy need to be cancelled. But honestly, just from a player, not a commentator, I am zero bias whatsoever. I say what is happening on screen. But Tundra winning would definitely alleviate the whole Anarchy is OP, and it would make for more interesting grand finals. But anyway, enough of RLMC culture. We get back to this game 6 here. Anarchy looking for one. Guara looking to go for the double, and it's saved by, not saved, but it's taken away by Wavy.
With the squishy save.
With the squishy save, indeed. 120. It is back here. This might go in, and that might be the dagger for game 6. If Tundra want to come back, they're going to need 2 quick goals here.
Kickoff goal time.
And indeed, kickoff goal time. They're going to need a strat if they want to stay in this. Hopefully, Xerox has a strat.
And I called it! It is a kickoff goal! Which is for the wrong team!
No. But, oh my goodness, no. And then Xerox, he didn't do anything really wrong here. And also, just Rocky positioned a little bit too far back. It's so unfortunate. You are coming all this way and just... It might end like this, but you definitely need to turn it on if you're Tundra right now. 1 minute still, but it's definitely no feat, and the Anarchy's just gonna, looks like they're just gonna run away with this lead. Adapt, just drilling it in, doing his signature redirects here. Oh man.
Is it bad for me to say I'm not surprised?
Yeah, not just. Yeah, I'm
Like,
not
come on,
just.
you're supposed to be a caster and be neutral. What you mean?
No. There's nothing wrong with it. Oh, but they're not. Might not have it. Yeah, Rocky drills it in here, but they're gonna definitely need more of that. They don't have time to volley back and forth. We have literally 1 minute left. They need these goals if they want to stay in it.
They need to make every single second count.
But if they're gonna need to contest those that don't want to stay in here, Rocky's slowing it down. You can't be slowing it down. You need to be scoring. I mean, you need to keep the ball going fast in order to do this. Xerox, there we go. Xerox has mentality getting a bump on Wavy. Girl, that is a shot towards net. A bump on the dam most likely would have been a goal. They need this goal instantly. 30 seconds winding down. This likely might be an Anarchy victory, but it's saved away by Wavy here.
Honestly, now that it's getting down to the next 26 seconds, and as time goes down, we slowly start to realize that the final most likely is going to be OTF against Team Anarchy. But
No.
That's gonna do it.
Yeah,
That's
that
gonna
most
do it,
likely will
folks.
do it. Look at these, both teams. Yeah. Oh, that might go. Oh, that's gonna
wait
go
a
in.
minute.
Rocky. Oh my! Hold on, I'm going on to Rocky's camp for this. See, yeah, Rocky passing it off, looking.
Rocky
But
with
Xerox-
the fake.
Rocky with a fake, completely catching all these defenders off guard. 7 seconds left. They're gonna need a miracle if they're gonna stay in this though.
Laura. Oh, it's up to Rocky. This could be it.
Oh, please, just really.
Oh,
my goodness.
that is
Oh,
so disappointing.
I'm.
That's so sad.
That's so.
They get 4 goals.
I'm with you on that.
0 seconds.
Bro,
That's so sad.
I'm so sad. I'm
That's
so
sad.
They actually did it. They were able to get all 4 goals, but it's just unfortunately just wasn't enough. As 1 goal made the difference between defeat and overtime. And sadly, not see Champions Field, and we will not see Tundra in the grand finals. Kudos to Anarchy though for making it all this way, and I guess the stigment is right. Not Anarchy necessarily is OP, but it would have been nice to see a change of pace.
Definitely would have. It would have been very nice to see that kind of change in pace. Unfortunately, however, they have lost. They have lost to Anarchy in the semifinals. But honestly, I am quite excited to see who shall win this RLMC Mayhem. If that's correct, Adam, because I probably got that wrong.
No, that's
Okay, good. RLMC
that's accurate.
Mayhem. Okay. Tell him to bring me my money. That's what Disturb says.
Well, yeah. I will return the channel point in 1 second, but if we're talking actual money here, both teams have confirmed. Both teams, meaning OTF and Anarchy, have confirmed $40 each to their name by now. The winning team will get $100 if they win the final, which of course is coming up next. We have OTF Anarchy at 8 o'clock. We'll be right back. Perfect timing for the drop. We'll see you soon.
Sarah, I hurt myself today trying to make the pain go away. Sarah, I want to fade away, be with the stars in outer space. You come and you go, you take me high, you take me low, but I don't know how to do this on my own anymore. Oh no, now it's my leave for the melancholy. Could he fill a hole inside me? Damned if I do, damned if I don't. Now it's Xannies till I numb my psyche. Cocaine just to feel my heartbeat. Nothing to lose, nothing to gain. Sarah, Sarah, why you leaving me? Don't you know you can't leave me now? Sarah, I lost myself today trying to find ways to make you stay. Sarah, I want to go away, close my eyes, never wake up again. You come and you go, you take me high, you take me low, but I don't know how to do this on my own anymore. Oh no, now it's my leave for the melancholy. Could he fill a hole inside me? Damned if I do, damned if I don't. Now it's Xannies till I numb my psyche. Cocaine just to feel my heartbeat. Nothing to lose, nothing to gain. Sarah, Sarah, why you leaving me? Put me on my misery.
Introduce me, I'm the renegade. Ooh, every single night, I crave the taste. It's the adrenaline running through my gait. It gets me high, high, high. Got no time to waste. Ain't got time for small talk. I tell you the truth. I'm fascinated you. I'ma tell you the truth. Not in it to lose, just fascinated you. Look into my eyes, I'm not afraid. Take over my mind till it fades. Like a medicine, it keeps me safe. This neon lights lead the way. Ain't got time for small talk. I tell you the truth. I'm fascinated you. just faster than you. Just faster than you. go so fast, all tied up like a captive. I'm on to you. Used to pit my life, standing on rainbows, playing it cool. I haven't felt this in ages, and I've no patience. So won't you please stay a bit longer? You're making me stronger, making me stronger. Stay a bit longer. You're making me stronger, making me Ain't no luck finding real love. Gotta know where to look. Time moves fast, and I've grown up. Yeah, I run to you. Used to pit my life, standing on rainbows, playing it cool. I haven't felt this in ages, and I've no patience. So won't you please stay a bit longer? You're making me stronger, making me stronger. Stay a bit longer. You're making me stronger, making me What can I do to make you stay a bit longer? You're making me stronger, making me stronger. Stay a bit longer. You're making me stronger, making me stronger. In the future, just computers. No one here to start a war. We're forgotten, just a picture. No one looks at anymore. In a world where we forget about our mothers, maybe we deserve to fade away. 'Cause if we don't give a fuck about each other, it's over, over. If we fall, blame it on the humans. Yeah, if we fall, who saves us from these ruins? Humans,
Alrighty, everyone. Sorry for the delay, but we are back now. We got the grand finals. .otf against Team Anarchy. The entire season has come to this point. How I at least summarized it before was Team Anarchy have been the best team all season. .otf have been the best team throughout playoffs, and this is just them going at it. What are your guys' thoughts on this one?
So, TA were expected to get here. Let's be real, we can't beat around that bush. They were expected to make it to the finals. OTF have pushed their way here. They have gotten hot at the right time. Throughout the playoffs, they've done everything they needed to do. They beat RAR in a series earlier. It was a bit of an uglier one, but they won. They beat Fly in a series that went through all of the games in the matchup, which how often do Fly ever lose those? So they're doing what they need to do. They're absolutely getting hot. TA have had they've had targets on their back all season, and this is the final chance for somebody to take them out. Team Anarchy, they've been the favorites, and they probably still are the favorites. I'm looking forward towards a really good matchup here tonight. I'm excited to see what OTF bring to the table. I'm really excited to see how this match develops.
I couldn't agree more with anything you said, really. Took the words right out of my mouth. I'm going to say a couple things on the regards of what I'm hoping to see from each team. Obviously, we know Anarchy, their classic play, their rotations, the third man back, the wide rotations, just how they play, how they overtake a series, control the midfield, that type of thing. But throughout the past series with Tundra and yesterday versus Vis, we saw them weak, a little bit weakened against a strong first game by their opponents. So if OTF can come out and hit them hard right at the front, it could be a nice momentum change or it might be what OTF needs to do in order to get a couple games early on, which will be detrimental in this best-of-7 series.
I totally agree. OTF have to come out. They have to punch them in the mouth. If we're going to look from it from the point of view, and as casters in the booth here, obviously we're going to do what we can. We're going to be unbiased. We want to see some good games. We want to see a good series. Looking from it from the point of view of OTF, you want to come out and punch TA in the mouth. You want to come out, catch them off guard, get them on their heels. The couple of players here that it's almost been a meme in RLMC that they take second. And if you come out and you hit them strong and you pull off game 1 and game 2, you can start eating at their brains and you can start getting it into their head. But if you're a TA fan, come out one of the first 2 games and they take it and they're going to be feeling good and they're going to start clicking. And I really think it's a best of 7 series. I think the first 2 are going to be really important.
Couldn't agree more. The first 2 are going to be very, very important to the series for momentum and for just the game itself. Obviously, TA is a team that they build on and correct themselves as they go in a series. They're a good long series team, as we saw in that series versus Tundra. So I think this is going to be a series where OTF has to be prepared. They have to be prepared to be under pressure, prepared to be on defense, and prepared to do something about the Anarchy's rotation. I don't think there's going to be a way for OTF to really control this game as far as aggression and pressure. I think they're going to be outpaced and outmatched a little bit in this regard, but they can still do stuff in other areas. For instance, bumps, demos, patience, fake challenges, anything to really disrupt Anarchy's rotation and to transition out of their half. That's what's going to be crucial for this OTF team.
As the first minute has developed, I have seen it's been fairly balanced so far. OTF have put 3 shots on compared to the 2 from Anarchy. Both teams coming out strong. It's the first minute again, best of 7 series. I'm expecting it to be, again, like I said, first couple of games are going to be pivotal here, as TA are looking to show that they can take the step up from being the bridesmaid but never the bride. OTF trying to play upset, something that has not happened since qualifiers in RLMC. But again, minute and 40 into this, it's been very balanced so far. Neither team finding the dagger, look to be feeling each other out. As Milker's getting a solid bounce there out of the corner. First goal going in just under 2 minutes of play. Milker's putting it off of the hood of Wavy. It was a little bit awkward there. Absolutely not calculated by any means, but regardless, OTF get the first goal.
Yeah, it was a nice delayed dodge by Milky to really get in front of that challenge in order to win it. And it just so happened that Adapt wasn't ready for it off the back wall, and they get a crucial first goal.
So, 2 minutes gone, 1 goal on the board. Wavy trying to turn this one around quickly, and I thought it was going to take a couple of more touches, but Wavy getting this nice one just past the midfield line. Is Sad was looking to see what the attacking players are going to do. Wavy getting a solid touch, putting it in. We do have a request for a server reset that will happen after this game. But for now, all tied up. Less than 250 to go, and Adapt putting another on. TA up 2-1.
Indeed. The first goal TA coming from Sad just being awkward in midfield, but now this one, a great kickoff by Wavy, beating over the top, and the man cheating for OTF just caught a little bit too far forward. Artsy having to react to that shot, but couldn't do it. Great placement by Adapt.
So off the ensuing kickoff, Adapt slung the ball down, trying to get it past Artsy, but beaten in the corner. Wavy coming in relief to pop it back. We have 2 players coming up, one on the way down. Milky back in defense. Wavy sending it towards the back wall. Artsy over to the corner. No sense with a quick touch. Milky now bringing it along the side as OTF are trying to bring it out of their half. A couple of interference plays being run in the orange half of the field. Wavy and Milky both going for it. Milky getting the better, popping down in front of the net, but Adapt doing well to get the touch and throwing off the offense. No sense putting one near the net. Wavy can't follow it up. Milky getting the better of the 50. Milky sending it over to the mid. Wavy coming across to bring it over to the corner. As a shot coming in from Sad. That one tight angle caught me off guard, not gonna lie. Artsy bringing it over to the mid. Milky getting a touch on it, sealing down. Rain ball in front of the net. Milky picking up another touch, getting a shot. Wavy getting the save and the savior medal. This offense starting to warm up here for OTF in the back half of this game. They haven't found the net, but they're starting to pressure it quite a bit.
Indeed. There's been a couple times at the midfield where OTF is just reading the TA touches, and the TA touches haven't been the quality that we've come to expect from them. And this is what's led to them being able to transition really into the TA half and hold a little bit of pressure.
Sad had a beautiful touch there, no sense on the goal line, getting the save. Something TA is known for. They're very loose, very wide. I shouldn't say loose, very wide rotations. They are rather tight rotations, but they are wide nonetheless. Getting a save there on the back wall net, or the back wall in front of the net. My apologies. Adapt shot going a little bit wide. Less than a minute left here. Artsy trying to get out of the corner. Wavy reading him off. Adapt is going to come into the tight angle, and Adapt getting the touch right in front of it. Artsy getting the clear out of the corner, bouncing a little too awkwardly, and the offending Wavy passing it over to Adapt. 2-goal lead for TA.
Indeed. OTF looking to bounce back though, as they really have just had some issues on defense, some missed touches, just nothing. Not the clears they're needing to make right now. TA, on the other hand, have been right on it when it comes to defense, as usual.
So OTF setting up in the offensive half. Milky trying to get it past Wavy. He's going to get it up to Sad. No sense clearing it out. Wavy with the doink. This one will fall over into the blue half. Milky just going to casual as you like, send it into the net. And let's take another look at this one. As Milky is just going to send this past the midfield line, and Adapt gets the touch on it, but it just goes straight up into the net. That gets a ton of Z momentum on it, but the XY doesn't change in 1-goal game.
Adapt just got caught in that awkward place on the back wall. I mean, a good shot from Milky nonetheless. Getting or understanding the position of him. Can't rely on that one.
The clock winds down here. Ball on the ground. team. Anarchy taking away game number 1. A little bit of a scare, a little hiccup there at the end. But they come away with game number 1, 3-2. As we're looking at the sidelines here, getting 9 shots, 7. So fairly balanced between the two squads in terms of pressure on the net. Only a 1 goal difference. It's looking pretty even so far.
Honestly, if you're OTF, this is one of the best starts you could hope for. You didn't get the win, but you're right there with them up until the end. Obviously, 2 somewhat lucky goals, but on the other side of the field, the goals that Anarchy got were just off of some mistouches on defense, more or less, for the most part. So if they can iron out some of those defensive errors and lock down their rotations a little bit more and keep up this offense, this next game could be theirs to take, and this will be the most pivotal game of the series, in my opinion.
It's looking solid so far. They're going to have to... 1 sec, I got to double check stuff as we're going to get this lobby ready to go. I'm going to switch something up here quick. Sorry about that, everybody, as I'm muttering to myself.
Look for OTF to come out a little bit more aggressive here, but Anarchy also to come out with a little bit more wide rotations of and that's saying something, but I think they're going to hold their third man a little bit deeper back now, as they did get caught twice transitioning.
So close game in game 1. I think that OTF could come back. Like you mentioned, a couple of iffier touches that have developed, and it ultimately resulted in Team Anarchy goals. If they clean it up, I see a solid series. I see the rest of it. If they start letting it get into their head, seeing that TA have been punishing it, this might be over a little quicker than we would hope for. But game number 2, it's been short into this series so far. Plenty of time for both these teams to develop. Now,
just a battle in the midfield. It's just getting lost in a deadly duel between all 3 players, really. But now OTS finally getting delayed the flip shot by Milky. I'm not quite sure how he managed to just change his flip like this. He air-rolled around it and then flipped, getting the slow shot that Adapt couldn't read. A great play by Milky, to be honest.
Milky, you want to explain what's going on there? Because I'm not 100% sure. The only thing I know of is that OTF have taken the first goal here in game number 2, throwing some spins around, getting fancy, getting his flip changed up. I'm not sure how he did it, but he did it. This pass going down over to RC, can't connect. No sense sending it back over into the OTF half. Wavy's going to put this one soft towards the net. It's a pass to No Sense. This game tied back up fairly quickly as Wavy getting past the defense. His shot not on, No Sense, understanding where the touch is going to be. We have ourselves a tied game in game 2.
Just a miss that you can't have on defense by Milky. They're not able to get to the ball and get a touch on it. Pass right off the back wall, perfectly setting up. Yeah.
Go ball deep in the OTF half. Wavy getting the flake. Nice. Not even a fully flake. He just goes for a catch and a touch. We're going to take another look at this here. Gets the first touch and just pops it up. I wouldn't even call that a flick. Just a follow-up. Gets it over the defenders. Gets the 1-goal lead here. Just over a minute into this game, TA already clicking on offense, whether it's the passing plays, the solo plays. No Sense off of the back wall, looking for a teammate. Sad, sending it past the mid. Adapt, slowing it down. RT getting a touch, bringing it over to the back corner. Wavy coming out of net, projecting to the back half. Milky trying to get a touch on it, but it goes backwards. Wavy taking advantage. RC just rejecting Adapt's decisions entirely by removing him from the pitch. Milky to the corner, Wavy to read. As RT coming out of his own corner, trying to put it up. Adapt with the early read, getting up into the air, elevating to try to keep the ball back into the OTF half. TA looking to establish offensive pressure, not even necessarily to get goals on, but just to pin OTF back and to control the pace and the situation of this game.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. TA's just controlling the midfield right now, not letting OTF get any good touches and clear the ball out. Even if they don't get, like right there, you see Milky trying to clear it downfield, but No Sense was right there waiting for it. That midfield aggression by TA holding strong right now against this OTF defense.
So OTF are getting to the touches, not to that touch. It's No Sense collecting the pass from Adapt, getting the bumper on the ball. Adapt slowing it down, popping it out into the mid. No Sense comes in, firing 121 kph, sending it in. OTF have not been outsped by any means. One of the things that has seemed to plague them so far, and again early in the series, it's only game 2 of a best of 7, but when they're getting the touches in the back, they're getting the first touch, but they're not getting the second. They're not getting an outlet pass or being able to follow it up themselves, and TA are just cutting them off and keeping it pinned back. And so far, obviously, it's working out very well for TA, as but they have an opportunity here as RC is going to collect on this. And .OTF are going to convert on offense. So far, though, OTF, it took all 3 players. They were up practically inside the goalie box on that goal. They're just not getting these passes out of defense.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. The rotations are a little bit sloppy right now for OTF in their third. Obviously, they got a goal just now, but the defensive third, they're going to have to iron out. Right there, you see all 3 committing. It's a goal because all 3 committed. The defensive rotations falling apart right now, whether it's near post rotations, back post rotations, or just not coming who has the ball. That's a simple communication play right there.
No Sense picking up his 3rd goal of the game, getting a hat trick in a little bit over 3 minutes. One thing I want to point out on that offensive push, Sad was in the net. He didn't push towards it, and there was multiple commits coming out from the defense. And on the last goal, as Wavy is going to pass this one over to Adapt, just solid pass off the back wall, Adapt collecting it. On the last one specifically, players were back, and they gave TA time. TA are confident. They know what they can do. You cannot give this team time.
Indeed, the rotations right now in the defense, like I said, are a little bit off, but most importantly, they're just not challenging the ball. You'll have multiple players back for OTF, and they're not making the challenge in time, which is giving TA the space to do whatever they want, whenever they want to do it in OTF's hand. There's nothing OTF can do about it as of right now.
So again, game 2, best of 7 series, there is time for changes to be made, but something that we've repeated before throughout this journey through RLMC Mayhem, if there's any team you don't want to go down against, it is Team Anarchy. They are currently up 1-0 in the series, 5-2 in this game. Sad looking to change it a bit, but Wavy picking up the Savior medal. Milky trying to keep it over to the orange half. Wavy with a deep touch to Adapt. Adapt slow, trying to get the redirect, but doesn't. I don't know if it was a necessity at this point that they get the goal, but I'm sure it would have helped regardless, getting another one on the net. This ball getting knocked over to the side. Sad bringing it to the mid. Milky can't get there in time as Wavy wins on the challenge. Adapt collecting at the mid. Artsy challenging this one. This is going to go high just below the ceiling. Artsy taking No Sense out. Wavy to Adapt. Adapt trying to pre-flip all this one up. Ran out of boost. Remained flying above it. Milky is going to turn this around. Get a shot on No Sense. Casual as he likes. Going to reject this one. 20 seconds left. 3-goal game. TA game 2 firmly in their pocket. OTF looking just a little bit better here towards the end of it, but they're going to have to pick it up if they're looking to take game 3.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I think they're really going to have to pull off right now on their offensive pushes because it's leaving them very open because they can't rotate back fast enough or they're rotating back in the wrong place. Like, I remember there was one goal where you had 2 OTF members in the near post, no one challenging, or on the near post backboard, and no one challenging, and then a member at the near post. This happened because they rotated ball side. This rotation, it's not working for OTF on defense. They really have to focus on that in this game more than anything. That it will be the detriment of if they can stay in this series, is ironing out that defense.
So OTF have called a timeout. They're looking to switch up the momentum here after the 2 games. They're trying to They're going to go ahead and take up to 5 minutes. They're going to talk about try to get these changes in. Even just say, hey, calm the nerves. We're in this. We know the game that we want to play. But I'll throw it over to Adam as we'll be looking at a couple of minutes here while these teams discuss what they've seen on the pitch so far.
Yeah, they've definitely got some stuff to discuss. They're getting out pressure, basically the classic anarchy business we've seen time and time again. But yeah, they're going to take their 5-minute timeout. They're going to come back ready to play, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back in 5 minutes for Game 3 between OTF and Anarchy.
Perfect. Cody.
Alright everyone, we are back, resuming the grand finals. Sad had a little bit of a party bug, but they are back in the party and presumably ready to go. What I'll throw it to Doc first because he is the analyst for this one. What do you think that they focused on the most during this timeout?
I think it has to be the defensive rotations. It's what's been plaguing them in these first two games, just getting caught off guard, not challenging the ball, or getting beat to balls in their corner. If they ironed out that defensive rotation and they can implement it in this next game and maintain the offensive pressure they've been having, this could be a little bit closer and hopefully get an OT or a win for OTF, which would be very momentum changing for this series. I'll give this one. What do you think Anarchy has focused on this timeout?
I think that they're really just focusing on. It's going to sound cliched, but doing what they're doing. They're playing well. They're clicking. They've won the first two games. I said earlier that I thought the first two games were going to be really dependent, or they're going to be very pivotal about how this matchup develops. Well, after the timeout, I don't want to extend my own prediction. I think this game 3, without saying like, oh yeah, because it's game 3, TA are going to go on to series point. If TA take game 3, I think it's a sweep. And nothing against OTF. If you take the timeout and you go through and you have these discussions and TA still win afterwards, they're just clicking. And so far this series, they have been clicking. They've been denied here in the first 40 seconds or so. But I think it's going to end up being more pivotal. OTF are going to have to reverse sweep if they don't take this, which is difficult in any scenario, but especially against a clicking Team Anarchy. It's going to be difficult. But what do you know? 58 seconds into the game, from no sense to adapt, the redirect. Look at that. TA are up.
Great transition play by Anarchy, catching OTF over-aggressing a little bit there on offense. But at the same time, it was a great offensive push by OTF. They managed to get 2 shots on target that were forcing Anarchy to make some goal line saves. They did make the saves as usual, but it's a great start on offense for OTF. Now, got to do the same on defense.
They just got to continue high-level play. They're in here for a reason. It's something we've said before. You don't make it to the grand finals by accident. This team has what it takes. Right now, Team Anarchy, they're just putting up too much of a challenge. Sad is going to meet Wavy in the air. It's going to drop down over to No Sense, catching it off the sidewall. Art's coming in on the challenge. Milky coming in on the subsequent challenge, but Adapt catching it on the ground. Bumping Sad! Adapt, the biggest bully on the planet, catching the ball. Just great car control, and he's like, you know what? I don't need a flick. I'm going to abuse the opponent. Get another goal on the board.
Altham Rizzo with the bump play right off the bat. And this is an aggression that I like to see out of Anarchy coming off this timeout, knowing that OTF has tried to switch things up, but refusing to yield no matter what OTF has done.
And a bump coming out in turn, but Wavy able to recover in the back of the net. No Sense now bringing it down into the OTF back wall. He's going to pitch this one over to the corner. Adapt collecting the pass. Adapt. Hat trick, No Sense, playmaker. These two have connected on every single goal that TA have put on here in this game. Wavy can hang back and play defense, just swat it back in the orange half, and just watch his teammates go to work, and it is absolutely working.
I couldn't agree more there. He does not time his jump well there. You see OTF falling apart. They're panicking on defense. See Artsy getting underneath the ball. Wasn't able to get to the ball, and it's just a free tapping by Adapt. Something I'd like to highlight here, though, is No Sense's speed in the midfield right now is what's keeping Anarchy going on a lot of offensive pushes and holding their pressure. He's up so quickly to challenge anything in the air, and then you have Adapt and Wavy sitting back to challenge anything on the ground. They really have to break down that midfield speed, and there's a goal!
There it is!
Milky just threaded the needle with this pass between the two defenders. Quite literally, no one getting a touch. A double commit by TA leads to a goal for OTF. Could this be the tide changer that they need in this game?
It is like vintage Steve Nash threading the needle between it. TA have been on a roll. They have been doing whatever they wanted to do. And finally, OTF answer back. Wavy is just going to put this one on pretty fairly quickly. Adapt picking up an assist on this one. TA absolutely popping off, putting on 5 goals before halftime of game number 3. Still playing just fantastically. I mean, they're still clicking, they're still fighting on offense. .OTF, they got 1 on, but when you have 5 on the other side of the pitch, it's difficult. And I don't want to take anything away from OTF, but TA, I mean, they're absolutely clicking right now, and it's taking these threading the needle passes and these, you know, lower probability touches to get past the defense. And so far, TA are rolling through game number 3. There are only 2 minutes left and a 4-goal difference. It's still totally possible for OTF to take this game, but I don't know how likely it is.
It's possible, but they're going to need to start getting some pressure right now. That's a great pass across the Milky, but not able to get it on target as R2 was in the half, and now Anarchy looking to transition back, but Milky shutting it down in the midfield, opting to go for a dribble as RC goes for a dunk, but it got shut down at the midfield once again by Anarchy. Wavy trying to transition back up the wall, gets a 50, but it goes back to the OTF pass as RC looks to collect it, but misses a sad pass up to RC, pass across the Milky, can't quite get to it in time. Does he have an opportunity? But Wavy shuts it down on the goal line. I just realized I turned into a caster for a second. Whoops.
I loved it. I was sitting here enjoying it. I love hearing you, like, Doc coming, for folks who may be a little bit unfamiliar, Doc coming out of retirement to come back into the booth in the playoffs this season. I got him to come back into analyst, and for a moment got him to do play-by-play, so I'm going to take that as a win. But looking to get another win, our Team Anarchy, they're up 5-1 here, less than a minute left to go. But Wavy rejecting this one out of the corner, getting bullied by Sad, but still fighting his way through to the back wall of OTF. This one being pinched back over to the midfield line. Milky trying to pop this one up, looking for a teammate. Follow it up, no sense there early. Dropping it down, Artsy getting a touch into the corner. Sad trying to redirect her towards center. Artsy taking no sense out of the game, but Wavy still has all I was going to say all 4 axles, but all 4 wheels still in defense. Less than 30 seconds left. No sense to the back wall. Trying to follow up, go for the double touch, but Artsy clearing it all the way back. Milky popping it up out of the corner. Adapt gets a touch on it, but can't follow it up. A lot of players committing for the ball there in front of the orange net. Less than 10 seconds left. 4-goal game. It's not going to make a difference. The only thing that's going to make a difference is for the scoreline and potential MVP voting at the end of the series. 6-1 lead for TA. Only 2 seconds left. Might see another one off the kickoff. Unlikely. TA very comfortably going to a 3-0 series lead.
Indeed, not much you can do besides prevent the Brazil, hopefully. Would hate to see that for OTF's mentality, but Anarchy does take this one quite easily as Artsy. Is it a server reset?
We're gonna throw to Adam, not sure.
I think they might be subbing out for Sun.
Oh, Sun's here?
He might be subbing. Yeah, I was correct about that.
Okay, cool. Yeah, sorry, I was just a little... What was happening there, I knew they'd already taken out, but this was really a very large statement game for Anarchy, saying, I don't care if you took your time out, I don't care if you made a new game strategy, we're still going to come out, do what we do, dominate as always, and just really hold OTF to little to nothing here. And if you're OTF here, you tried something new, you tried to break it down in a timeout, you tried to just come up with a game plan, but now what do you do as Anarchy's proven they don't care. They don't care if you make a new game plan. Now you gotta throw something in the loop, as they have by bringing in Sun, just bringing in a new player. Not sure if it was due to connection issues or whatnot for Artsy, but maybe this would be the push they need to bring it over the edge and get a win here to start the potential reverse sweep.
So, it's not out of the realm of possibility. It is obviously a difficult mountain to climb, a bigger mountain than Kronovi, as these players are back on the pitch. OTF down 3-0 in the series, TA on the precipice of a sweep. as Sun has come in relief for OTF. A super sub can make the difference. It has happened throughout all sorts of different leagues in the history of Rocket League. My apologies if my mic picked that up, my bad. But still, even if one game goes well, they need 4 in a row to go well. And the way TA has been playing, unless it's been a ridiculous change, TA are just clicking too well right now. This ball's been pinned back in the blue half for the entirety so far of Game 4. It's only been 40 seconds, but still, keeping it back. Sun getting a save, Sad getting taken off the pitch entirely. No sense coming in to keep the pressure up. Back passing it. Wavy trying to cut in off the back wall. Milky cutting him off. Sun getting a shot rejected by Wavy. Sad trying to get possession on this. He's going to get one towards it. Wavy coming in with the Spider-Man save. Coming in, getting just a kiss on that ball. Passing it out to a teammate. TA have not looked threatened. Quite frankly, have not looked threatened at all so far in this game.
Calm, cool, and collected, like usual, is what I'd like to call TA right now. Relying on the rotation, relying on the last man sitting back. But what I'd like to notice, as we see a redirect by Milky shut down by Wavy, is that OTF's defensive rotations have been more solid this game. Not sure if it's due to the sub or something said in the time between the games, but they're holding more pressure right now on offense and rotating better on defense.
Potential opportunity there. Sad trying to feed it over to the midfield, but both of the teammates are back on defense, which understandable given how potent the offense of TA, the offense of TA so far. Sun trying to clear this one out, gets it all the way back over to the TA back wall, meets Wavy in the corner. Sad too aggressive on the posturing. Milky and Wavy in a foot race. Wavy gets the better of it, goes over just to the side and away. As 2 minutes have come and gone, neither team have scored. So potentially the substitution of Sun have thrown enough of a wrinkle into the defense, enough into the touches to keep TA out of it so far. I'm going to hold my breath for a second because, of course, as soon as I say anything about keeping the ball out of the net, what happens? Adapt, puts it off the post, Wavy cleaning it up over all 3 defenders. TA up just before halftime.
Indeed. This all stemmed from a beat in the defensive third of OTF by No Sense, beating out, I believe it was Sun, who was the last back at fair time. And Sad missing a very crucial touch. This could lead to a goal, but shut down by Milky pretty quick and easy as they look to continue on pressure.
So less than half of a game to go. OTF, again, still need to get a reverse sweep, but they can't start looking at all 4. They need to win game number 4 here. Adapting to the touch on the ball. This one passed in from No Sense. We're gonna have to take another look at here to see what he did for the car control. I have no clue how he got that angle as he looked to be overrunning the ball, and he throws the side flip, gets the touch, sends it back into the net. 2:06 now after the clock has begun to run. TA putting 2 on. So far, OTF have been rejected at every opportunity.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there. And it's been the classic OTF miss that's led to a lot of the goals on defense here. They've had 2 missed balls where either they were beat out or just couldn't find a touch, which left the last man really isolated and led to a goal. As we look to see another one, but it now can't quite get it between the posts.
So TA looking to get some passing plays here. No Sense going to pop it over. He's going to fake it. He's going to wave dash into a Wavy. This is going to allow Sad to get a deep touch, adapt, force into a difficult save, popping up in front of the net. Sun, full send, getting a goal on for OTF. As Sad he's not credited with a pass here because Adapt did get that touch in front of the net. Absolutely a passing play coming in. 1 goal difference here. Less than 90. My apologies. That's 83 seconds left on the clock. Coming in off the kickoff, OTF looking to keep the pressure up. As Milky passing it over to the midfield. Sun gets the touch, hits a back pass. Sad, plenty of boost, collects the ball. He's going to send this one back over to the backfield. Oh, unfortunate there from Milky. It looked like he pulled out of the touch. It is going to allow the ball to go it's going to be contested for the moment. Kerfuffle in the midfield as multiple people trying to get control of this. No sense deep touch out. Milky reading it up in the high. 50 seconds left, 1 goal difference as Adapt read by Sun. Sun getting another touch onto Wavy. No sense trying to get it up off the back wall. 2 players from TA committing off of the back wall. Sad slows it down, gets it over to Milky. Adapt with the save as Adapt touch, sending it off to the side. We're approaching 30 seconds left. Wavy slowing it up, pops it up over to a teammate. Adapt shot rejected by Sad. Less than 30 left, 25 in fact, as No Sense passing it over to the mid. Sun cutting it off. Wavy buying time, but a big touch there by Milky. Sun going in for the redirect, popping up in front of the orange net. Again, 2 players coming in from TA, but Adapt getting the follow-up, pinching it down towards the net. Milky clearing. Less than 10 seconds left, 6 seconds, 5. Milky down to Sun, cleared off to the other side. Sad trying to catch it, 0 seconds on the clock, has to keep it alive just to extend the series and can't. TA take the grand finals in a sweep over OTF, breaking the curse as these players have been the bridesmaids but not the bride. And finally, it is their time to shine as Wavy, Adapt, and No Sense come out on top. They are your RLMC, baby.
Indeed, they are. It's impressive, to say the least. They were the best team all season, and they proved once again in the grand finals that no team is even close to them. The semifinal against Tundra was closer for sure. Tundra did take 2, but in the end they rolled over OTF.
I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I always wanted the world, I wanna conquer the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I call a shot to the man with the plot and we only go bombs away. And no one
Play with good chemistry by TA. They're all solid on their own. Like individually speaking, if they're in a 1v3, they can rely on each other to clear the ball or get the 50 they need. And just comes a well-rounded team all around. No teammate too selfish to not go for a pass. No teammate too selfish to shoot a ball that they have no business shooting. So I would just say a well-rounded team, good chemistry, good rotation. No team could come close this season, sadly.
They came out clicking there. Sorry to cut you off.
No, go ahead. Go
one
ahead.
point before I throw to you. They infamously, and I hate to say that, and I'm going to get called out for that, infamously came second in the last season of the RLMC, losing in the grand finals. They came back with a vengeance, with a chip on their shoulder, and absolutely ran the table, coming across with all these wins, getting through to the grand finals, and then sweeping, taking home not just the money. I'm sure the money helps. They're going to take home a prize pool from this series, but even just the pride of saying, hey, it happened, but you know what? We pushed all our way through.
So, a trend that I would like to point out, going back to last season, EXE, they lost their very first match of their season to what was then Circuitry Gaming, which turned into TA Mutiny. So they lost their very first game, and then they went undefeated for the entire rest of the season. This season, and well, EXE went on to win, right? So now this season, Anarchy won, Anarchy lost their very first game of the season. If you think about it, back to Juice. Well, actually, it was their second one, but it was in qualifiers. It was the very first day of competition. They lost to Juice Pop, and then after that, they didn't drop a single game. I don't know. Seems to be some kind of trend there.
Crazy trend indeed. Is I don't know what to say about it. It's caster curse. I don't know. Qualifier curse. Whatever. I'm not sure what it is, but.
It's like, don't call me out. I didn't curse anything this series. And for Flamadiddles in the chat, Flamadiddles heard me cast a few series where I've been the most cursed caster on the planet. This one I felt pretty clean, so I didn't curse anything today.
All right, before we have them all in the call with us, but before we do that, I have one more thing to mention, which is something we talked about with Wavy before, and basically what he was saying is he's not going to try and do anything crazy. He's just going to do what he has to do to get the job done, and that's exactly what he did today. Thinking back to it, they scored a lot of goals, but nothing like, you know, super crazy, I would say. Like, there's no super mechanical plays. Of course they had a lot of nice goals, but like I think Wavy, what he said before the game is extremely accurate. He just did what he had to do.
That is Anarchy wrapped up in a nutshell. I feel like they do what they have to do to get the save, get the transition, get the goal, get ultimately the win in the series and the grand finals, proving to be the best team in Mayhem as they are your Mayhem champions.
Alrighty, well, let's on-server mute them now. Yeah, let's get them in here. Hello, welcome. How well, first of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How you guys feeling right now?
I'm eating McDonald's.
That is a fact.
A bit of a celebration.
We're feeling
I was eating
pretty good.
mid-match, to be honest.
He was eating it during the timeout, mainly.
Yeah.
Nice.
These
No,
nuggets
I-
are busting.
I think we're all feeling good. Disturb hype man, so
Disturb is the best hype man of all time.
yeah. He was on a
You know,
12-second delay.
Yeah, he was like on an 18-year delay every time he scored.
Bro, that was hilarious though.
Yeah, we'd be like after the kickoff for the next goal, like the next play, and he'd just start screaming because we scored.
They could have scored another goal, and I was celebrating. The first
Yeah.
goal.
Alright, so I'll kick things off. My first question is going to go back to the semi-final against Tundra. You guys were down 2-1, and I just want to know, like, was there anything that changed between games 3 and 4 that, like, you guys just, like, you know, flipped a switch or something? Because you guys won 3 straight after that.
Disturb.
I
Hype man, disturb.
think I might have turned my monitor on for those games. I don't remember.
Yeah.
No, but like being serious, at least in my opinion, it was definitely Disturb hyping us up before, like, during every goal we scored, because we were kind of like not really having like high energy. We were kind of like just like, we got scored on. Like when Disturb first joined the call, he's just like, oh, are you guys up? We're just like, no, we're down 2-1, and then started hyping us up. So I feel like that changed the
Yeah.
attitude.
I mean, I'm not saying it's really helped, but I joined the call, and I'm like, yo, are you guys winning right now? They're like, nope. And I'm like, okay, I know what I have to do. And then I can tell the vibes are low, right? So like, I just start yelling at them. I'm saying, let's get hype, let's go, right? Next thing you know, they just start scoring and popping off. So, and I after that, I just kept the energy up in the whole call, because I know, like, sometimes, like, even when I play with them, our energy can get low, even if like we lose one game. But so I know how like crucial that is, especially for our gameplay. So I know I had to bring that for the boys.
You know, Alligator, you mentioned last series about a super sub can come in and really change a game or a series. And not just on the field, apparently, as Disturb, being the sub, changed the game, changed the mindset for them against Tundra, and really helped bring them back into that match.
See, I'm not the sub.
Technically, he is the starter. Technically, I'm the sub.
Hold up.
Hold up, wait a minute.
Basing this off of past play this season, the most Wavy has played more matches than Disturb, therefore I'm going to call him the main roster. Sorry, Disturb, but that's just how it's going to go.
No,
He was supposed to be, but then the time and the days came out, and it was not good for his schedule.
Yeah,
He's
the times were too soon for me. Like, they were like during my school hours.
Yeah, it could go like that. Unfortunately,
But I mean, the times I did play, I mean, I popped off, so I really can't complain.
That is
there you
true. You
Fair enough. 2 MVPs.
Two
Yeah,
MVPs, and I
exactly.
played less than everyone else.
Super sub
I was gonna
indeed.
say, I could just through your voice hear you brushing the dirt off your shoulder. So again, as been said before, congratulations on the dub. Obviously, taking it in a sweep. Is there anything? So one thing that you, as a team, you're known for, and we talk about it a lot in the cast. You have some very wide rotations. You're obviously very comfortable with the speed that every player on the pitch brings to it. Has that ever been something that you have discussed? Because I've seen a lot of times when say you have the offensive pressure, you'll have two players up past the midfield line. One is back all the way back in your own third. Is that something that's ever been intentional, or is that just how the playstyles just have developed for all of you?
It was intentional in the last series because that the pinch goal in the game against the series against Tundra, that really changed our third man rotation. And in general, we just don't like getting pinch goals, you know.
But you can thank Mr. Flamadiddle for that third man rotation. Told us that do not go past the midfield line. We're just like, okay.
Some great coaching advice indeed.
Yep. It took a few replays for us to actually get it.
Yeah.
And then we still didn't really do it that much. But you know.
I think.
Go ahead, Doc.
Okay, I was gonna say. I think personally, I have analyzed more TA matches than anyone else, as I think I've analyzed 4 now. But I could definitely see that your rotations were developing and really being molded throughout the season and changing just here and there, slightly, little bits to perfect the rotation to help you all do what you did against OTF. You shut them down, shut down the midfield. They couldn't ever do anything against you. So props on you all for that.
Appreciate it.
All right, I have a few questions from the chat here. So first up, we have from Shadow Ball. We'll go in order. We'll go Adapt, then Disturb, then No Sense, and then Wavy. So who do you guys think is the best player on the team?
Diego.
Okay, Adapt says Diego. Okay. Disturb, how about you?
I'm definitely got to go up Flamadiddle.
Okay. Coach, that is, for anyone watching, that is their coach. Okay, No Sense, how about you?
Flamma.
Okay, Wavy, how about you?
You know, I'm just gonna be that guy. I'm gonna give the actual answer.
Okay.
And just consistency-wise, Adapt. Like me and No Sense could be playing a bad game, but like Adapt's really super consistent with how he plays.
I thought Wavy was gonna stay himself, to be honest. I was because you were like, I'm gonna be honest. I was like, oh, here we go.
I was ready to come back with like smart aleck responses to all this. It's like, Diego judges me because of my accent. I'm like, Flamadiddle doesn't even play, but like, I'll back up Wavy's choice. Like, Adapt really, like, in the few I've watched the majority of your games as well, but then Adapt really is adaptable depending on the situation, able to either pop up with an air dribble into offense or just solidly on defense. Obviously throughout this last series, Wavy, you were very solid on defense as you were watching your teammates just pop off and go what they want for. But now I'm gonna throw my vote behind Wavy's choice. I'm gonna give from what I've seen, I'll give the best player, the MVP for TA. I'll give it to Adapt.
Okay.
Now, Doc, you have to choose. I'm gonna put you on the spot.
Oh no, how are you gonna do me like that?
You played against us. You were lagging though, but you played one actual game against us.
I played against you. I'm not sure how much I saw y'all, so I don't know what exactly y'all did. But throughout the many games that I did analyze and cast of you all, I would have to agree. Not necessarily scoreboard. Scoreboard doesn't always tell the truth on what people do, but Adapt has been a very solid player throughout the season. Was the MVP given based on season or this past series? This is a very important question.
Is this a question for me?
or what? An alligator. You threw it to me. So
You
what
know,
do you want?
let's
Season
get
or-
both. Let's
I'll
get
get both. Both. Okay, so season. Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree. It's gonna go to Adapt. Adapt has been the most consistent player by far this season on your team. No offense to the other, you all played great as well, but just consistency wise, and Adapt's been popping off. But honestly, my MVP for this game for TA, it's gonna go to No Sense. Honestly,
Let's go No Sense.
I watched.
Okay.
Again, points don't always tell the difference, but I know at the beginning, I remember beginning at one game, you got 3 assists right off the bat.
Yeah.
Yes,
Really
sir. I
opening
got all
up
the cool
offense.
stuff.
But it was your speed and your control in the midfield that really shut down any transition OTF wanted, whether it was aerial speed, ground speed, challenge. Despite the ping, you managed to, in my opinion, be the most valuable player in that regard, which is why you're my MVP for this series.
So, Doc, for the most part, I have loved your analysis every time we've cast together.
Oh no, here's the
I
but.
disagree with you. I think you're wrong. I do think, and this might come across as controversial because we don't want to puff up egos. Yes, Adapt is the season MVP. Series MVP, I'm going to give it to Wavy. As No Sense and Adapt, absolutely. Okay, I would rank it in terms of, as we saw, Wavy, No Sense, and Adapt. Obviously, Adapt nailing these shots. No Sense dropping dimes. But do you want to know the more important part of that offensive situation is? Wavy was back. Wavy was reliable. Every time the ball got cleared out, even if, points, whatever, you can talk about stat lines. Wavy was the one back on defense, and Wavy was just able to just roll it on back up to the teammates and allowed No Sense and Adapt to do what they wanted up on offense. Wavy putting a couple points on, a couple passes as well. For the reliability and based on the reliability factor and being able to open up the team, I'm going to give it to Wavy.
Well, it seems we have a split decision. Guess what, to bring in Mr. Deskman himself to even out the odds.
Well, I mean, I like staying pretty neutral. It's a tough call, though. I think both Wavy and Adapt are definitely elite players. I mean, No Sense as well. Disturb, you guys are all elite players in our league. That's without a doubt. Like, you can't even argue that. But
Adam, if you say Adapt, you're lame.
Everyone knows the real answer. IDK, it's Corky. No, I'm just kidding.
Wait, no, that's actually true.
Not org coach, but he's leaving.
I guess, well, a bit of a mini announcement, I guess-ish. I'll be releasing a bunch of accolades at the end of the year. There's going to be multiple different areas where you could potentially win something, so one of you might win in one category and another wins in a different category, so we'll have to see.
Stop dodging the question.
He's
okay.
Adam, who's your series MVP? Come on.
I'm gonna go with Adapt.
Oh, you're that guy. You even it out. It's 1-1-1. Adam, come on, man. Oh.
I went with my heart.
Diego. Who is the series MVP? That's
No.
He's not even.
Oh, it's done. You know what? Disturbed. You're evening out the odds. Who's gonna get it?
Okay. Series MVP.
Drum roll.
In my opinion, from the way that I've been seeing the effort, gameplay, and most importantly, energy, I'm gonna give it to Wavy. And here's why. We've all known Adapt to always have been that good player, like always, and he's gotten progressively better every single time. But Wavy's just that guy who if I'm not playing and he's playing, he's just the person who always has to bring up the energy, especially if if the other guys are down. And Wavy, I've seen so much improvement from him, because I've been teammates forever with this guy, and now coming from how he's been in the past to now, he's improved so much. And especially I don't know who said this earlier, but his backboard defense is insane. I forgot. I know someone said that earlier. But for this series especially, I feel like Wavy just capitalized on every single situation that he could have possibly been in. So for that reason, it's Wavy for me.
Well, there you have it, chat. Wavy, the totally unbiased caster MVP, even though we had Disturb come in, totally unbiased at all. But I have two more questions, or I have a question for two people. So obviously, Adapt, this is your first season of RLMC, unless I'm highly tripping. But this is your first
balls, Doc.
season. I am?
Yeah,
It's
I've already
second,
won
right?
RLMC.
Second.
Stupid.
Okay, so we're not going to count those 2 seasons ago or whatever. We're going to just look in the past 2 seasons. Obviously, we have had Adapt has won a tournament way back then. We don't remember, but Disturb or not Disturb. I literally cannot talk. Adapt. Oh my god, Wavy in no sense. It comes to you. You two, the past 2 seasons, have both made it to the finals. I'm going to take this to No Sense first. How does it feel finally being able to push over that final threshold and become an RLMC champion?
All I can say is PogChamp. No,
Wait,
I
I was in the finals of Wavy last year. Or not last year.
Okay, so yeah, you could say something, I guess. If you really, how does it feel?
I mean, it feels good knowing that Wavy's Wi-Fi actually stayed connected.
Okay, no, don't go there. Don't go there.
And my controller didn't break. Let's go. Not this time.
Can I get
Bring
my
the last one to Wavy? Wavy, how does it feel finally pushing over that final threshold? Obviously, after
Well, my answer is gonna be a question to you, Doc.
I mean, this is a turn of events, but I guess I'll try to answer it.
So, since EXE was able to run it back last season, are you gonna allow us to run it back?
What do you mean run it back? I'm very confused.
Okay.
Doc.
Oh, are you talking about?
I need to spell it out.
Are you talking
Depends
about?
on ranks.
Oh, well, that hasn't
That's a
been
whole
decided.
different thing. We don't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ow. But anyway, back to that question. I mean, it feels pretty good, especially knowing I have the 2 most cracked teammates and the best hype man in the game.
Yeah, you're not a good teammate though. Sorry, you're a good hype man.
Yeah, Disturb, you kind of suck.
Nah. And then we got Papa Diego in the back. He's been cheering for us since the beginning. So yeah, I feel good.
Okay,
I know
can
you
I?
all.
Do you have a question, Doc, or can I take over for a sec?
But you can take over. I was literally about to kind of wrap things.
Okay, I still have 2 more things I'd like to bring up. Firstly, for No Sense, I know he doesn't want to answer a question, but I'm gonna ask him anyway. So,
I hear already laughing.
This is the first time in a RLMC season that you have not played with Beaky, and you win. So what does that mean?
Hey, he dropped Beaky for me. He dropped Beaky for me.
Yeah. I don't know. It feels weird because Beaky and I have been playing for like 1 year and 1 year. And playing without him, adapting to new players and rotations and playstyle, it's been hard for me at first, but these guys are so good, and yeah, I guess it's the Russian
Word
curse.
English.
Do you
Yeah.
feel like you dedicate this win to him a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
that
one
makes
goes out
sense.
to you, Beakster.
Yeah.
Beaky died for this.
I don't know about that.
Actually, he left.
I mean, he left and he doesn't even play this game anymore. So yeah.
Rip.
All right, this will be the final question. This is a team question. Who do you guys think was the hardest team that you had to play all season?
Yeah, Tundra. That only that
Yeah.
series. The other one was kind of easy.
Okay.
It is what it is.
I want to say that shout out Guara in chat. I love you. You're my old teammate. Miss you, Guara.
Yeah, Gora is sexy and he's nice.
Alright, boys,
Cutting-
calm down. This is real
Yeah,
over
someone
here.
clip that.
cutting off
this isn't
Disturbed.
only
Shout
one
out.
thing.
Quaro was my teammate first. He was our sub, and then he got too good and
I
left.
yoinked them.
And
I
then
yoinked
he's
we
good.
robbed Guara. We robbed.
You
I
Guara.
yoinked them
yoinked
from
him.
you. I just
Facts.
stole
You
the
two,
man.
you did this actual facts. He was our sub, and then we're like, you guys were like, oh, he could be a solid starter, and then you
Exactly.
yoinked him off our
Hey,
bench,
hey.
and guess what? He's really
We
good.
saw his
Blame-
potential. And
Blame Mark.
yeah.
Blame Mark. He told me to take him. He told me.
Facts.
Blame Mark.
That's
we
fair.
saw
We're-
his
we're-
potential.
Throwing your
He's
owner
the-
under the bus, Wavy. Nice
He's
job.
not my owner anymore.
The final question for me, it would be the last for me, and then as long as no one else has
Wait, we didn't even answer.
What?
You answered it.
Tundra. The
Oh,
last
it's
one.
that-
yeah.
Tundra.
Wavy.
Oh, okay.
My final question is going to go once again to No Sense.
Oh no.
So,
Dude.
sorry, you're getting a little bit targeted here, but breaking the mold here, I believe you are the first non-North American player to ever win an RLMC championship.
W in chat.
Oh,
What?
Canada.
But so obviously this is kind of a statement. What does it kind of say about Rocket League and Ping under your regards? Is it playable with 140? Can you play?
I mean, I've been playing with this ping for 1 year, and it's not that bad. And I'm Spanish, so I'm good with ping.
Yes, ping is not the end of the world. Latency, on the
Yeah.
other hand, it's the death of everything. On that note, unless any of the casters have anything else, hand it over to Adam, and we'll close out this wonderful Championship Saturday.
Just want to shout out to GG's to everybody who's been a part of RLMC throughout this entire mayhem as we were able to finalize it out tonight. There's a great group of casters here. It's been really, I just want to throw it, I'll get on a pedestal for a sec. It's been really fun to work with a lot of different people here. It's been a good one. I'm excited to see what the future of RLMC is. And with that, I'll step off the pedestal. Take it away.
Wait, before
All
Adam
right.
goes on.
Oh,
before
okay.
Adam
Oh,
goes on,
no, never mind. I'm giving it back to Doc.
I have one more thing I almost forgot to do. So obviously we talked about the MVP of the season for TA being Adapt, and the MVP being whoever. Split decision, Wavy, all that. But there is one more MVP we haven't talked about. One that goes very highly overlooked and
Alligator?
underrated. No. Calm down. Go here.
Better be.
Underrated. I gotta give the MVP of all time, of this whole season of everything. It's gotta go to Adam. This man, I know more than a lot.
Yeah, I'm leaving. That was
Yeah,
so
done.
cringe.
Yeah, we're
Cringe.
out.
That was so
Yeah.
cringe, dog.
What a
That was so
weirdo.
cringe.
Dog lost that race, bro.
Honestly, just go kiss him.
You know where he lives.
Uh-oh.
I'm not.
Well,
I'm
this is
stealing
so
it.
epically.
I'm gonna steal it from Doc as everybody's talking over him. Adam has done like. Also, I love. Thank you for the support from everybody who's like talking in the chat and all that. I mean, that tickles. That I'm tickled pink over that. Adam does so much for this league, and like he's in every one of these matches on streams. Does so much in the background. The Mega Sheet is one of the greatest resources that I have seen, and he has put so much work into this, and very often goes unrecognized for it. I'm absolutely going to bounce off what Doc is saying there. Everybody in the chat, seriously, give love to Adam for it. The dude does so much work and does not get recognized for it. I really, really hope that we can propel this dude forward. He put so much in. I could see a future in esports, absolutely, with how well he runs all of this.
Thank you guys for the kind words. I really appreciate it. But you know, as much as it is true that I do a lot of work for this, it really couldn't be done without me, like doing it alone. Like, I have a whole team behind me. Of course, the casting team helps out immensely. Like, a lot of the viewers don't realize how much work that they put in. It's pretty crazy. As well as all of our match admins, I'd like to give a shout out to them. They did a great job. But
Yes.
yeah. Thank you for the
My team.
heart spam. Also, we did recently hit 500 followers on Twitch. That is a huge milestone. So thank you to everyone for following and supporting throughout all the seasons. It's been a pretty crazy ride so far.
as we can't wait to see what the next season is gonna have with us. But before we get to that next season, don't forget that there will be a 1v1 league happening, so don't miss out on your opportunity to
No
get
one
into
cares,
that.
Doc.
Details will be released tomorrow, so be sure to check that out in the announcements channel.
Alright, I did some digging. This is the very last thing I'm going to mention on the stream, because I'm gonna end after this. I scrolled back. I didn't scroll. I control F. I searched for it in a DM I have with Beaky. This is back in the end of December of 2020, and he said, "Please keep this between us, but I think it's time." I'm just gonna read the quote here. School needs focus and attention, and I want No Sense to do what he wants. He deserves to be the captain and star player, manager too. To be honest, I really just want to see him do well. I never played RLMC to hoist the trophy. I played to hoist it with him. And now he's done it. No
That's
Sense.
like a fake quote.
It's a real quote.
I'm a
Bro.
I'm a grown ass man. Like I'm a resident boomer here, and like
Bro,
shit.
it
Like,
sounds too good though. Like, you know,
That's
sounds
so
too
good for real though. Like,
Why does Maybe have no emotion?
I do. I love my
Baby's a
boy
robot.
Noses.
I'm putting it in general. You can.
Hey, I'm
you
a
can look
robot
at it.
golfer.
Why
It's
is
in
it
general.
so sappy so quick?
There it
I'm
is.
like, cry. Holy.
Wait,
Oh, yeah.
really?
It's a real thing. It's a real thing.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, hey. Yo,
Spam the
stop
hearts in
saying.
chat. Spam the hearts in chat.
Yeah. Spam the hearts in chat.
Brothers all the way to the end. No Sense and Beaky. Gotta love it.
Oh, no sense back to back running of a beaky, huh? I see.
I like the part where you screenshotted a message that said, "Please keep it between us." and
I
just
know.
Put it in,
This
in general.
this is a
Like-
fitting. This is fitting though. I think it's deserved.
Beaky, if you hear this, please don't hurt us. We're sorry, but it was fitting.
All right. Well, that does it for the stream. Team Anarchy are your champions. I will give the floor to them to do any final shoutouts, and then we're gonna end stream.
Yo, y'all should watch me play tomorrow night in the IGL on the IGL finals.
Also, get No Sense to affiliate, please.
Yes.
He needs a consistent of 3 viewers.
That's
His
so
streams are
sad.
great. The problem is,
I mean,
the entire thing is Spanish. So find some Spanish friends.
he's right.
Is that gonna be your shout out to No Sense? You can shout out to the affiliate.
Hey, you know, I got another thing.
What the toad?
Oh, Doc. Also, I would like to thank EXE for the confidence boost this season.
What?
Because, well, I'm not gonna lie to you, I thought we were gonna lose to you guys in stage 1. And then, just saying,
Sorry.
I thought we were gonna lose.
Sorry.
And then once we won that, I knew my team was goated. I knew we were gonna win it all. So thank you for the confidence boost.
I was waiting for something like that. Just saying.
Save.
Alrighty. Well,
Doc
I'm
was
gonna go ahead and wrap things up now. So thanks once again, everyone, for watching. Congratulations once again to Team Anarchy. And yeah, that does it for Mayhem 2021. We'll see you soon.